Shout out to Ollie, Ben, Reese, and the Jazzman. I just rocked someone's world. We took Marlo for a late walk and bumped into the three boys from before and had a new friend. And, well, now Ben knows the difference in men and women's skeletons, don't you, Ben? I came in his name, I'm saved by his grace. By his grace. I came in his name, I'm saved by his grace. 2,000 years ago he died on the cross so he could show you how to live your life without sin and without lies. The devil took him by the mountain top and offered him every kingdom, he would not stop. He said, Son of man, worship me, come over, bend your knee. I said, I came in his name, I am saved by his grace. Surrounded himself with 12 good men, disciples of what we call them. There was Matthew, Mark, Luke and John, and they told the story after he was gone. How he was born and raised, it only took 3 days. In his name we are saved, but only by his grace. I came in his name, I am saved by his grace. By his grace. So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain? Can you tell a green field from a cold steel rail, a smile from a veil? Do you think you can tell? Did they get you to trade your heroes for ghosts, hot ashes from trees, hot air from a cool breeze, cold with the change? Did you exchange the walk-on part of the wall for the lead role in a cage? Just two lost souls swimming in a fish bowl, year after year, running over the same old ground. How we found the same old fear. I wish you were How y'all doing? Did you have a nice day on a non-spinning stationary flat plane? Let's open up the music window. Oh, actually, I've got to sing one for you natural girls, haven't I? Because I don't sing about you, I just sing about men. Once, twice, 3 times a lady. What's wrong with being just a natural lady, a natural girl, eh? This one goes out to all you natural girls. On the day you were born, God looked down at the place you lay. He took a deep breath and he blew on the clouds, blew them away. Heaven and earth he built, it took him just 6 days. Took him twice as long to make that smile for your beautiful face. He said, 'cause you're a natural girl with natural curves. Sent a letter to Cadbury's, they made a recipe for your eyes. Took the twinkles from the stars, placed them inside both your eyes. For me, for me, for me, for me. 'Cause you're a natural girl. Tra-la-la-la-la. I'll work for days, toil for hours and hours, just to pay for your dress, all your wedding flowers, and your dress will be made from the finest silk threads. It will fluster the priest and turn every man's head as you grace the aisle with those curves, that smile, that smile. 'Cause you're a natural girl. Natural curves. And your veil will be handmade by nymphs. They blushed at your beauty when they caught a glimpse of your legs, your arms, your feminine charms, those charms. 'Cause you're a natural girl with natural curves. So I'll send a message to my father up above. Tell him I found this girl, the one I truly love, the one that he sent down from heaven up above. She fits me just like a glove. 'Cause she's full of love, 'cause she's a natural girl. Tra-la-la-la-la. I'll climb the walls, climber the highest steeple. At the top of my voice, I'll sing to all the people. Found this girl I love, the one from above, above. And above and above. 'Cause you're a natural girl. Tra-la-la-la-la. I'll write your name upon Venus, Jupiter, Mars. When you look up at night, you'll see your name is written in the stars. 'Cause you're a natural, actual girl. Here you go, ladies, that's just for you. Why not? Let's do that one. That's about it. 'Today is gonna be the day they're gonna prove the globe to you. By now you should have somehow realized it isn't true. I don't believe anybody proved the earth it spins. That's why the flat earth wins. Backbeat, the word is on the street, master's life's being called out. I'm sure you've heard it all before, but you never held the globe in down. I don't believe anybody prove the earth it spins. That's why the flat earth wins. And all the globes they showed you, they were lying. All the pics they said were from satellites, we're CGI-ing. And there are many proofs that I would like to prove to you, but I don't know how. I said you ought to have a pic of Ben Water, 'cause after all we live on a boat. I ain't got a guitar, I ain't got a trumpet, but here we go. Dum, 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 dum. Today's gonna be the day, gonna prove this globe to you. I'm sure you've heard it all before, but you never thought it was not true. I don't believe anybody prove the earth it spins. That's why the flat earth wins. Backbeat, the word is on the street, and that's like being called out. I'm sure you've heard it all before, but you never held the globe in down. I don't believe anybody prove the earth it spins. You know that's why the flat earth wins. And all the globes they showed you, they were lying. All the pics they said were from satellites, we're CGI-ing. And there are many proofs that I'd like to prove to you, but I don't know how. I said you ought to have a pic of Ben Water, 'cause after all we live on a boat. 'Cause water's level, and you've been fooled by the devil. 'Cause water's always level, and you've been fooled by the devil. By the devil, you've been fooled. Greatest trick he ever pulled was to convince you it didn't exist. You're the devil in disguise. Oh yes you are, devil in disguise. You fooled me with your kisses. You cheated and you schemed. Oh, why not? Let's play this one. This one goes out to all you flip-flops. All you boys with a chip chop. Well, my daddy left home when I was 3, and he didn't leave much to Ma and me. Just this old guitar and an empty bottle of booze. I don't blame him, because he run and hit, but the meanest thing he ever did was before he left, he went and named me Sue. He must have thought that it was quite a joke, and it got a lot of laughs, lots of folks. Seems I had to fight my whole life through. Cause some girl would giggle, I'd go red, and some guy laughing and I'd bust his head. I tell you, life ain't easy for a boy named Sue. Well, I grew up quick and I grew up mean. My fists got hard and my wits got keen. I run from town to town to hide my shame. But I made me a vow to the moon and stars, I'd search all the honky tonks and bars and kill the man that gave me this awful name. Well, it was Gatlinburg and it was mid-July. I just hit town and my throat was dry. Thought I'd stop to have myself a brew. And at an old saloon in a street of mud, there at the table, dealing stood, sat the dirty, mangy dog that named me Sue. Well, I knew that snake was my own sweet dad from a worn-out picture my mother had. I knew the scar on his cheek and his evil eye. I'm in front of there. O-O-Q I. I've gone too far. Where is it? Oh yeah. He was big and bent and he was grey and old. I looked at him and my blood ran cold. I said, "My name is Sue. How do you do?" Yeah, that's what I told him, folks. Well, I hit him hard right between the eyes. He went down, but to my surprise, he came up with a knife, cut off a piece of my ear. Well, I busted a chair right across his teeth and we crashed through the wall into the street and we was kicking, gouging in the mud, the blood and the beer. I tell you, I fought tougher men, but I really can't remember when. He kicked like a mule and he bit like a crocodile. I heard him laugh and then I heard him cuss and he went for his gun, but I pulled mine first. And he just stood there looking at me and excuse me, I saw him smile. He said, "Son, this world is mighty rough, and if a man's gonna make it, it's gotta be tough." And I knew I wouldn't be there to help you along. So I gave you that name and I said goodbye, and I knew you'd get tough or else you'd die. And it's that name that helped make you big and strong. He said, "Now you just fought one hell of a fight. I know you hate me, you got the right to kill me now. I won't blame you if you do. But you ought to thank me before I die for the gravel in the guts and the spit in your eye, 'cause I'm the son of a gun that names you Sue." What can I do? Well, I got all choked up, threw down my gun. I called him me dad, though he may be me mum, and I came away with a different point of view. Forensic one. Think about him every now and then, and every time I do, every time I win. If ever I have a son, I'm going to name him Horatio. Yes, I am. Bang! Do-do-do-do-do. How you all doing? Do you have a nice day on a non-spinning stationary flat plane? Did that pick you up a bit? Do you feel lifted? Lifted. Lifted. Who's that? That's the Lighthouse Family. I wonder if I could play that. Let's sing one for God. This one goes out to the heavenly one. Let's do the old classic, Hallelujah, Why Not? Elijah Wood. Yeah, I got it now. I see it now. Was it Letty? Someone pointed it out. I didn't pick up on that last night. Mocking Jesus, right? L on the cross. Elijah Wood. Right, okay. This one goes out to the heavenly one. The creator of all things, not the God of all things, not the goat. I did show you what the goat looked like, didn't I, Ben? Eh? He's got bubbers. Well, I heard there was a secret chord David played and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do you? Well, it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, and the major lift, and the baffled king composing. Hallelujah. It's be choir voice. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof, her beauty in the moonlight overthrew you, and she tied you to her kitchen chair. She broke your throne, then cut your hair from your lips. Hallelujah, Baby, I've been here before. I know this room, I've walked this floor. I used to live alone before I knew you. And I've seen your flag on the marble arch. Love is not a victory march, it's a cold and my voice is broken. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. There was a time you let me know what's really going on below, but now you never show it to me, do you? Well, I remember when I moved in you, the Holy Ghost was moving to every breath we drew. Was hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Baby, there's a God above, course there is, but all I've ever learned from love was how to shoot somebody who outdrew you. It's not a cry you hear at night. It's not somebody who's seen the light. It's a cold and broken hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Bink. How y'all doing? Do you have a nice day on a non-spinning stage day? Give me a second. What is that all down there? Is that water? I hope that's not. I hope you're not going to pee on the floor again, you little div. Where are you anyway? Sherlock. Hey, action. Got a biscuit, eh? How about a biscuit? Okay. Much more water. Fill that up as well. Hey, Lily. 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 Can you see Lily? Can you see the pussycat, Miley? Eh? Can you see the pussycat, mate? Oh, are we sitting comfortably? You know the routine. Assume the position. Let's come into position. I broke my keyboard. I can't believe it. It finally broke. It was on its way out. I had to get one of the old ones. It weighs I can't believe how much this keyboard weighs. It's ridiculous. I could bench press with that. Mind you, I do like it because it's backlit. I can see the letters. Right, okay. Enough with the keyboard, Peter. How y'all doing? Is that microphone close enough? Hello? Where's my mic? Mic check. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Close the music window. I'm just going to copy and paste the stream. I'll be right back with you guys. Do. Live. No. Pause. Copy. And we'll paste it straight into Twitter. Kiss, kiss, kiss. I hear you, birdie. Son of Man, post, tweet, done. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. Pink, home. Let me just double check it. Holy moly, that's got to be a dude. Surely that's a dude. That can't have been a woman. That was no way was that a woman. I've never seen a woman punch like that. That was phenomenal. Holy moly. If that was a real woman, she'd have knocked you sparko. Right, where are we? Come back. Yeah, it's posted. Right. Back to class. Let's say hello to you all. I hope you had a nice day. I did. I had a wonderful chat in the woods just an hour ago. Every day we look at the human skeleton. Do you know why? Because it's the greatest gift that God created in the world. Your skeleton, your temple, is the finest machine ever made. Nothing comes close to it. Not the whale, not the octopus, not the jaguar, not the giraffe, not the hyena. There isn't a single animal in the world that comes close to this design here. It communicates, it loves, it shares, it's unbelievable. Not only has it got the Spirit of God placed inside of it, it was created and designed by God, and he gave males bigger faces and women smaller faces. This is a distinct difference that we notice when looking at the human face. The males are bigger, just like in the animal kingdom, up to 99.9%. Let's go back. We shall give you the markers. Men have far apart rectangular eyes. Men have bigger noses, look. Women have rounded, close set eyes. Men have big, wide dental arches. We call it the lion smile. The lioness has a narrow dental arch. A man has a square jaw, and a woman has a sloping jaw with a pointed chin. A woman has a 5 head. I'm going to have to cover up that beard. And a short forehead for a man. 1 second. I'll be. We had to cover you up for ages, you kiddo. You're whistling all over the stream. Get his blanket. We haven't needed it for months, you do. Right, shush. There you go. Right, Albie, shush. There we go. Okay, I'm back. So, men have got a blockhead. It's rectangle shaped, look. Sometimes we say cannonball, because it's almost as wide as it is long. Because of the sloping jawline and narrow cheekbones, which are nowhere near as wide as a man's, a woman's head looks like an upside down egg, which I've just trained Ben in. He got a couple of them wrong, but I don't expect anybody on first time out with me on that book to get them all right. What surprises these strangers when I do this with them in the book is how quickly they do see them. They get some of them wrong, and they say the wrong thing sometimes, but on a run out of 10, they get 9 out of 10 right every time. It's just, and I think that's what shocks these people when they meet me in the street like that. Excess of copyright material may, under certain circumstances, be quoted verbatim for purposes such as criticism, news reporting, teaching and research, and piss taking, without the need for permission from or payment to the copyright holder. Let's open up that, and then we'll say hello to you all. And I'm starting with dictators. Yes, dictators tonight. Oh, there's only one we can go for, isn't there? Shitler first. Let's have you up there, Shitler. There we go. Images. And then I'll come and say hello to you all. Let's put the egghead on screen. There she is, with a demented little Tommy Robinson eyes looking at me. Eye set ears. Look at the size of that top lip. I can't grow a tash as thick as that. He's literally got a doormat on his top lip. Right, let's come and say hello to you all. Who was first in? It was Susanna. Tubbs came second. How are you doing, Tubbs? Alpha came third. Walter came fourth. Trini came fifth. How are you doing, Trini? Adrienne came sixth. How are you doing, Adrienne? Rachel came seventh. How are you doing, chick? Nung Nung came eighth. My eyes are old. Kathy M came ninth. No, Lee came ninth. Kathy M came 10th. Welcome to the shows. General Kitty came 11th. Hello, welcome. Robert Jefferson came 12th. And Cable X, salam alaikum, how are you, mate? Came 13th. Let's say Hello to Adolf. Austrian born, apparently. Lived in the Eagle's Nest in the Austrian Swiss mountains. Isn't it funny how they all want to live in Switzerland? Let's bring... I've got hair in my mouth. Let's bring that face straight up. I've got a soft jawline, look. A small mouth. That top lip. Look at the size of that top lip. Gentlemen, look at your top lip. It's half of that. Women get this because they've got a narrow jaw and they get these really beautiful buck teeth. Women, so many girls I look at have these beautiful buck teeth, and it's because of this long top lip that God gave you. Doesn't look like a man, look. Soft looking eyes, small high set ears, a vertical forehead, not the biggest of five heads, I agree. But Hitler was a very small woman, wasn't she? She was only like 5'4" or something. There she is as a little girl. Look at that little baby girl. Baby face. You got that cutest little baby face. It's a little girl. That's not a boy. It's a little girl. She's even in a dress lot. In schools, for the younger generation, you won't know this, but for those that are my age, 50, you'll know that you got taught that they used to dress little Victorian babies, boys, in dresses. Yes, they did. It was taught this in schools. Eva Braun, straight-legged man lot. Hitler, underneath that there lot, knees are separated, but underneath this one, the knees are together, look. Up there at the top, the knees are separated, look. Look at the diamond. Hitler's doing it there, you just can't see it because of the trench coat. But there's a man, there's another man there with a big long neck and a square jaw. Look at the size of that dude's ear. Look how low set it is against the nose. Big, low set, pointed back ears. Male. Is that Robert Carlyle? It is. Well, Robert Carlyle made a good Hitler because Robert Carlyle's got close set eyes, high set small ears, a big top lip like Hitler, small mouth, no jawbone. Someone made this into a GIF where he and put music of it, and it looked like he was raving. It was so funny. Put fluorescent lights in his hands. See more like that. See if it comes up, the GIF. Maybe not. But in these, through time, when I've seen this, because it was never translated to me, I just believe what I was told. I saw a madman from an east. Look how rounded those eye sockets are. I saw a madman ranting and raving. Heine kleiner Schammerschmidt, whatever. Because it wasn't translated, I had no idea. I just believe what. Oh my gosh. I mean, seriously. When was the last time you sat like that, Poncho? No. Dang it. It's there, innit? Never! That's right, never. I ain't never sat like that. Look at the state of that. That's a woman. Final answer, that's a woman. Sat prim and proper. And if you still don't believe me, look at these panties. His shorts have got a womb with a view in them. Look at the size of those baby hips. Look at the camel toe. Adolf has got a camel toe. Look at those white socks. Those tighty whities. Literally, look at that area there. It is so wrong. Look how flat the diamond is compared to the male one, which is a big, huge one. Because our hips are further down. I would just... If I could go back and talk to myself as a young boy, I would teach myself forensics. It's the first thing I would teach myself. Hello, Ryan. How are you doing? Hello, BJF. I would. Look at the state and look at that. She's wearing a nappy. Oh my gosh. Look at those. He's wearing an adult diaper. He is. He must have been incontinent. Size of that ass, though. Hitler had a right chicken nom-nom on her, didn't she, eh? She had those big German buttocks. There she is again, look. Look at those panties. What is going on? Why is he pointing with his finger like that? Why is he doing a Masonic claw there? All these hand signs. Give them away. But they don't walk around doing this. So you have to learn skeletal differences, folks. Adolf, what is that? Someone photoshopped that in. They must have done. That's not meant to be there. Looking all dictatorish. No, Peter. They're the regional clothes. He's wearing Lederhosen. Leyden sounds like lady to me. Lederhosen and hosens as well. Pantyhosen. Right. Let's get Hitler on Gates. There's a nice female Bigfoot coming out of that church. Shame it wasn't taken a split second later. And if you look at Hitler and all of his men, all of the SS, they've all got diamonds when they walk. And you start to realise when you see these so-called world leaders, who's that one? He's one of the worst ones, wasn't he? In the black uniform, the SS. I can't remember what his name is. He's got a right little female. Is it Emil? I don't know. Something like that. Look at the state of that mince. Hitler's in female Bigfoot. This is why these military trousers swayed outwards, look, to stop you from seeing the childbearing hips. It probably stopped the soldiers from seeing it if there was all real men. None of them noticed, right? Your granddad didn't notice. Your grandma didn't notice. Someone noticed, though, because they told you never to trust a man whose eyes are too close together. But I wish they'd taught me about the mince. Look at that full mince on Hitler there. Let's go back. We'll go walking. Himmler. That's who it was. Himmler. And it doesn't matter which world leader I look at which era. I can look at Rommel. I can look at Montgomery. I can go Japan. It doesn't matter the emperor. And all I'm going to see is these gates. And it's the most important part to understand what a woman looks like when she's walking 1 foot in front of the other. 1 foot in front of the other. 1 foot with diamond in front of the other. 1 foot in front of the other. It's all of them. Himmler, Goering, it doesn't matter which German military leader you want me to look at. It's the same throughout the world. Who was the Americans? MacArthur, 2 first names. Look at the mince on that. That's Italy's military general. I can't. Mussolini. That one might be Donald Trump's real dad. I don't know. Mother, you know. Look, Hitler with a diamond, broken leg there, look. None of them can walk straight. They all walk with this broken leg or inline footfall. Here, clap. Oh, shame. Split second later, the knees would have separated. Like that. There's your diamond. It's a woman. And that's why they wear these big, baggy trousers at the top to stop you from seeing. That's a woman there. Women look different at this area, don't they, boys? Women have got one extra organ that boys don't have. It's called the womb. That's what makes you a woman. Woman. God made it so beautiful, didn't he? When you see it. And again, Neville Chamberlain, I think, England's Prime Minister, or that one. Both of them are mincing lot. There's some nice ones of Adolf. I can't find them. Oh, there's one. No, don't take me there. I don't know where you're going. There, that one. Look at that. That was the first time I realised that there was a woman, that picture. When I learnt the gates. Once I'd learnt the gates, that was the first time I realised Hitler's a woman all by myself. Not with Mr. E telling me about it or Michelle XX or any other teacher. It was the first time I started seeing them for myself. I asked God for a better teacher. He sent me Bevy. Bevy taught me the gates in... It took me a few months to get the hang of it, but once I had it down to a T, I could teach it so much quicker. Show it multiple times. Right, let's come back. Hitler Street. I want to see the one where they're all walking together. There's like 12 of them all mincing at once through the streets of Germany. That's it there, I think. Yeah! Look at all of them women. Goering. Look at that fat woman there. Schittler, the big tall one. This is Hitler with all of his top dogs, the SS. They've all got these big flowing trousers, look, to hide the female body that's underneath the army uniform. And again, flamingo foot, flamingo foot, flamingo foot, diamond, flamingo foot, flamingo. They're all in flamingo, look. Look at that. Looks just like Tommy Robinson coming out of jail, look. Right there. A mincing army. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what you see. Even the Queen's Guard are all flip-flops. So you got to deduce for yourself what's going on, why it's happening, and why they do this. Why do they create these fake wars and then make up stories? How many people do die in these wars is my question. Where's the one where he's in front of his guards like that? Hitler, black and white. Hang on. Ah. Oh my gosh. Oh, just... I need a new mouse. Keyboard's fine. Adolf Hitler BW. Black, white photos. There we go. Look at this here. Oh, look at that. I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here's my handle. Here's my... Oh, you ain't got a spout. I forgot. When's the last time you sat like that, Poncho? Never! No, I don't think I've ever sat like that. Look at them knee-high socks. Where's the one in front of his house? There's one in front of his house, and Hitler is literally doing ballet, like. Daniel Craig, DC, Devil's Child, 2 first names. He's got a big neck, hasn't he? Sweet baby Jesus, look at his trachea, deep set rectangular eyes, blockhead. Look at the size of that claw, and he's got a snake wrapped around his wrist. Look. It's all on show. You shall not be fooled anymore. Right, we don't need any more, right? Hitler's a 4 foot tall woman. Stands like a teapot, look. Let's do another one. Saddam Hussein, why not? Saddam Hussein. Again, when Saddam Hussein was in court, I really liked the things when you listen to Saddam's confession. When he's telling the truth about them all in court. I don't know whether they killed him and hung him. They said they did. They showed a video of it happening. But whether it was real or not, I got no idea. All I know is that Saddam is one of them. But this was classic. This was classic. It reminded me of the Hitler speech. It really did. And then when it was translated from Arabic, Iraqi, sorry, to English, he was telling the truth. She was telling the truth. So the whole Iraqi fiasco happened because Saddam was about to back the Iraqi dinar, I don't know what you call it, the Iraqi money with gold. Every single other currency in the world is backed by a promise, by nothing of value, just a promise. Someone keeping their word. I'll pay you. Saddam was about to back. So did Gaddafi. Gaddafi did the same, right? He was going to back his currency with gold. And then that money would have become the most valuable money in the world. It would have been worth more than all the other currencies. It had screwed up the old stock exchange, wouldn't it? So the story goes that they had to remove him for that reason. Oh, and he had weapons of mass destruction. But they didn't have weapons of mass destruction. They never found them. They never found any weapons of mass destruction during the Iraqi raids. He's got rounded, close-set eyes. He's got a flat forehead. There's your 2 dimples, look. You can see them in the skull. high set ears, a small mouth. You can't really tell by the jawbone because she's got a beard, but in these pictures, look, she's got no jawbone. She went for the camel toe chin. She went for the camel toe chin. When she got to the plastic surgeons, he said, "Which chin do you want?" She went, I want that moose's knuckle right there. Shove that moose's knuckle in my chin. But you can see subcutaneous layers of fat around the chin. Look, there is no chin bone. You just get these ripples, a womanly face, a small triangular face at the bottom. And that's what I see right there. The face is pushed down. It's a small face and a big 5 head, widest in the hairline, not in the cheeks. You could put a lot of faces in there. She looked worn out there, didn't she? I gotta say, you look worn out there, Saddam. Let's go back. But yeah, that court deposition was quite an interesting listen. The things that Saddam has said about them all. It's a small face, draw a triangle. It's a tiny triangle with small, high set ears. Did she have... No, it was Gaddafi only had female bodyguards. We'll get to that in a minute, the female bodyguards. Saddam, someone got upset with me about Gaddafi. She was from Gaddafi's country. She was German. Even though she'd been on my page for months, and there's no way you can be on my page for months, there's no way you can watch my videos for months and not understand forensics. If you can't, get off my page. Don't talk to me. And she was fuming with me. You will burn in hell for lying about Muammar Gaddafi. I'll show you Gaddafi in a minute. Let's deal with Saddam. All of his sons are daughters, right? Saddam Hussein, sons, Dodi. Is it Dodi? I don't know. There's 3 of them. Well, there was 3 of them. Apparently, the Americans got 2 of them, didn't they? Or 1 of them. I don't know. Big, tall women. One of them, the stories about him and children, hair and children. Well, it can't be true, can there? Because she's a woman. Why would she be grabbing schoolgirls? Surely she'd be grabbing the schoolboys. I've got no idea. If it is true, there's a special room in hell for all of you. Any one of you that damaged a child in the living, God's got a special place in hell for you. He really has. But they've all got these small faces. He looks like Freddie Mercury, doesn't he? just had the buck teeth. He looks like Freddie Mercury. And again, no jawbone, no Adam's apple, close set. Beautiful eyelashes. Look, even in the blurred picture, I can still see the eyelashes showing through. Right. Oh yeah, the Americans had a play-in deck, didn't they, with all the most wanted men. Look, it's all drama. It's all bollocks. As if... what military in its right mind would have a deck of cards with all the henchmen on it? It's just for show. It really is. We're after the ace of spades. The ace of spades. Anyway, there's 3 of them. It's Cruella de Vil, that one, look. Isn't that the Indian one? They're all nut jobs. Look at the face on Muammar Gaddafi. Too much plastic surgery, love. Right. Let's put in walking and show you Saddam's female gait. Put them to bed. Libya. There you go. Saddam's Hussein, female Bigfoot. Mincing on the left. I don't know who that is. Diamond, the military. They're all women. There's some nice gaits on Saddam, I think. There's one, isn't there? Yeah, ski with legs, not a good one. I've got some ready anyway. I've already posted these today. So, who's that? I don't know, but she's mincing, isn't she? Look at those hips. The inline footfall. Look, they all look like they're stepping over invisible dog poo. Look. Men don't walk like this. We walk like soldiers. I know they're dressed like soldiers, but they're not marching like soldiers. No. They're all women now, look. Stepping over dog poo, stepping over dog poo. Ski with legs with diamond, ski with legs with diamond. Inline, inline. But that's not good. That's not Saddam Hussein. Where's Saddam? Saddam walking. She looks like Count Dracula there, whoever that is. Can we see a problem here, look? See that problem? See this problem? See this problem? Do you see these problems, look? Carrying the face of a flip-flop. Buy flip-flops, look. See, this is the thing. They know what you look like. If you're a natural person and you present yourselves in front of them for whatever reason, they know when they're talking to a flip-flop. And they know what a natural looks like. And if they've got any questions, if they're questioning are you a flip-flop or not, if they can't tell themselves, all they've got to do is ask each other's the names. and they'll tell each other through the names. My name's Mickey Mouse. 33 father in the mouse's name. Saddam Hussein walking. Let's just go over to my post today. Because I did add the dictators. Size of that head. I'm not kidding you, that looks like Danielle and it scares me. Where are we? Dictators. No, that's them. Mafia. No. Oh, I must have passed it. Where's the dictators gone? Oh, there they are. Saddam Hussein. As you can see, the female skull fit. She's got rounded eye sockets, high set ears, no cheekbones, look, widest in hairline. And then 1 in line, 2 in line, 3 in line, 4 broken leg look, and the last one ski with in line. There's Saddam Hussein's gates. Let's move on to Muammar Gaddafi. Muammar Gaddafi. I'll spell it wrong. There you go. There we go. Right, Gaddafi. Gaddafi was an hard one for me because she had all these extensions, the jawbone, the cheekbone. Compared, when you see him next to like Putin, she stands bigger. Her head is so much wider than Putin's. But she's hiding the distance in her eyes. Putin had a much narrower face than Muammar Gaddafi. But if you've got a Getty image there, it means you're in the club. Look at the wrinkles down the face, the womanly wrinkles. Look, she looks like she's in a wind tunnel, doesn't she? She looks like there's 90-mile-an-hour winds. I was born in a crossfire hurricane. He was born in a crossfire hurricane. Once you get used to seeing these features, these markers, they stand out when you see a so-called man smiling. You're thinking, why is your face crossed? Why have you got crow's feet? Why have you got crow's cheeks? Is this his sons? They look like his sons. They got far apart eyes, long necks. Oh, that could well be his sons or wives. I don't know. They've all got big clavicles, look, broad shoulders. Katrina Kaif. I don't know who that is. Whoever it is. It's another flip-flop. Bunch of lokes. Right. So, oh yeah, Gaddafi. Apparently, women are better shots than men. Right. So, Gaddafi only had female bodyguards. There's just one problem. That's not a woman, is it? Look at those straight legs, knees together. That ain't broken. That leg is not broken. The foot and the knee is not twisted outward. That knee and foot is charging right through like a pendulum. Over here, though, Muammar, look at that. Just place some tulips at her feet. As we tiptoe through the tulips. All day long, Muammar Gaddafi is mincing her way up the red carpet. And the so-called female bodyguard has got a strong neck, a big jawbone, a massive meatball knuckle handler, and straight legs. Yeah, all of his bodyguards that were women are actually men. Look at him there. That one there, Conan the Barbarian at the back, him in the blue. Look at the size of him. Look at them wrists. If someone can explain to me why Gaddafi's female bodyguard has got a bigger, thicker wrist and hand than Tommy Robinson's male bodyguard, well, that'd be nice. I'm sure there's a... Oh no, I think it was in Sacha Baron Cohen's movie where one of his bodyguards was smashing melons with her breasts. I think I'm thinking of a movie. Right, okay. Stairfail. Straight legs, knees together, lot. It's a man all day long. Gaddafi's the woman. So Gaddafi is the only president in the world leader that uses male bodyguards, lot. These big old dudes here. And again, look. Straight legs. No separation of the knee. No separation of the knee whatsoever. Gaddafi walking. Let's put this one to rest. Oh. I can't really see it. Tony Blair stepping over invisible dog poo, look. Stairfail, wrong angle though. Tell me the knees aren't separated there. Look, the feet tell you they're separated. There's a nice one. Shame it's at the wrong angle. Inline footfall. Inline footfall. Inline footfall. All of them women. That's a nice one. Inline footfall. Female gait. That must be one of his daughters. And there, look at those tippy toes. This one with diamond, look. Flamingo foot. Isn't that Scaloni or whatever his name is, the Italian? I can't remember his name. Bertoloni, Bertucci, Vidal Sassooni, I don't know. Size of them feet! Tell me again how Muammar Gaddafi is a man with size 3 feet. Look at them. Look at them. Is that Ollie? Hello, Ollie. How are you doing? Look at them feet. How big are them feet? Jared, Ollie and Reese. Hiya, guys. They're the guys I spoke to earlier on. Ben must have gone home. His head must be in pieces. I did the same to Beach, though, didn't I? Beach on his birthday. He was pacing, literally pacing back and forth like a caged lion between Ollie, Reese and Jared. That was funny. Muammar, how do you say that name? Muammar Gaddafi. Gaddafi, sight, look at that shoe. What's wrong with that shoe? Tell me. Any one of you. Tell me what's going on with it. I want that shit. I want that picture. We'll do something with that. We'll post it on Twitter. Gaddafi is a woman. We'll open up that one there and show you Gaddafi's gates. There, full mints with diamonds, stairfail, knee and foot breaking, full mints, and another full mints in line there. There's your 4 gates. Female skull fits. There's another one. World leader. Who we done? We've done the 3 of them now, haven't we? Fidel Castro. Let's do Fidel. Because I haven't got a Fidel, I've only got a skull check, so that can't be any gate, surely. Fidel Castro. Again, this one's supposed to be Justin Trudeau's dad. It does look like Trudeau. That is a family resemblance. She got soft, shiny eyes, close set, high set ears, look, small mouth, long top lip, beautiful eyelashes. Fidel Castro. Cuba's dictator for many decades. Is he still in power? I don't even know. Castro's still in power, is he? In the 90s. Dead in the 90s. Maybe not. Cuba. My name is Tony Montana from Cuba. I can't do it. I can't do a Cuban accent. I wish I could. My name is Tony Montana. Right, we're looking at Fidel Castro. Oh, look at that. That's not you, though. Which one's Castro? He's not there. That's Che Guevara, isn't it? Oh, that's Castro. Oh, what? Is that Castro or that Castro? Neither. But he is there. That's Castro there, for sure. Che Guevara with the crow's feet. Look at these lines coming off their eyes. Only women get this. Crow's feet. Is that his wife? Well, he's got a big chin, hasn't he? Not by the hairs on me chinny chin. Look at the length of that jawbone. So we're looking at Fidel Castro, yet another world leader. Che Guevara. Look at them pants. Stop the bus. Where was that? There. Look at the size of her ass. Is that Castro? Under Fidel Castro, sports symbolised Cuba's strength. There's Castro. Look at the size of them pants. I don't know who that is, but look at the size of her ass. That is huge. That is a chicken nom nom. They both got Bruce Lee skull trousers on, like high waisters. Men don't wear their trousers this high up their bodies. We have long bodies, short leg, or long leg, long body. Whichever one you want to call it as. Oh, yeah, it's the same picture. Castro's got no walking pictures. That's why I ain't got a Castro, I guess. Walking. See if we can get a gate. Oh, there's one. Why have I not got a Castro then? Because that is perfect. Full mince there. That's the Russian, isn't it? I can't remember her name. Is that him as well? It is. Inline footfall, look. 1 foot in front of the other. It looks like he's wearing Reeboks there. Oh, look at that. Fidel Castro, game over, bitch. Arms hanging akimbo, size of them hips, and then look at that inline footfall. There's no space between your legs, mate. There's another one there. Yes, full mince again. Look at the little naval officer. The little woman, look, arms hanging akimbo, full mince. Whoever that is, egghead, look, full mince. Oh, we've got Castro now as well. That's nice. There's another one there from Flamingo. There's a beautiful one there. Full mince, baby. Oh, wow, he looks like Liam Neeson. I don't know who you are, but if you don't let my daughter go, I will find you. Another one. How have I not got Fidel Castro in the back file? State of all them gates. We just need one more Fidel. Isn't it funny when you think about it? All the things that have happened in this world, all the stories that you believe in, they fall apart once you can see these people walking. And the same goes for space, if you're listening, Reese. Reese still believes in space, even though as soon as I started to break it down, I said, Jared as well, I said, what does a flame need to breathe? They went, oxygen. I went, what is the none of in space? They went, oxygen. I went, so how's the sun? I started with the sun. How's the sun burning? And the pair of them went, oh yeah. Not just, oh yeah, boys. Then I went into mediums, how things move. The medium for me to move, a car, a bicycle, any animal, is earth. We need earth to move against. In water, for ducks, torpedoes, boats, submarines, propellers, they all use water to propel them through. The medium is water. In the air, the medium is air. Rockets, jets, shuttles, planes, helicopters, hovercrafts, they all use air as a medium to move and stop. When you get to space, there is no medium. Not only can you not push against anything, to go forward, you can't push to stop yourself. It all falls apart when you start thinking about the lies they've told you. We're done. I'll take these gates. Fidel Castro is a woman. I can't believe I ain't got a Fidel Castro. After all these years of doing this, I didn't have a Fidel, but I do now. Fidel Castro, failing forensics. Cuban leader. For many decades, this dictator ruled over Cuba. Was a threat to America, apparently, and it's all made up. They're all best friends. As soon as them doors shut, they're all naked having animal parties. Freaks. Let's go back. Don't like that one. But I do like that one. That's it. 5 gates. I just need your face, Fidel. Castro now joins the list of it's all of them. Khrushchev, that's who it is. Nikita Khrushchev, isn't it? Is that another one there? That's a belter. I'm having that one as well. Look at this. Mincing. Ballet lock. Look at the position of that foot. Mincing look. Mincing, doing ballet. They're all doing ballet look. You'd think he's at the Royal Opera House. Girls growing beards. Girls sporting tashes. Right, Castro's on the list. Let's do another one. We had some names come up there. Who's highlighted? Let's have a look. Highlighted names. Bashar al-Assad. That'll do nicely. Bashar al-Assad. The former president of Syria. It's a woman. Look at the face straight away. It's a flat face. A dial M for Masons in the hairline. Widest in the hairline, look. Flat forehead. Small, high set ears. Rounded, close set eyes. Look at a little hot dog eating mouth with the long top lip. When you see this face straight on like that, look at that. You've got to be kidding me. Widest in the hairline. High set ears. Close set eyes. Long top lip. Deep philtrum. Pink lips. Small mouth. Look at the rounded jawbone. No Adam's apple. No trachea. And to finish it off, if it says Getty Images, they're in the club. It's that simple. It's a woman. Final answer. Look at the two skulls. A woman's head has rounded, closer eyes with a big five head which bellows outwards, look. A woman has rounded, closer eyes with a big flat forehead that bellows outwards. Study, learn, practice until you can do this for yourself. Images. Al-Bassad, skull checked. It's a woman. Look, where's the chin? Do you know what it looks like? It looks like Ian Rush. Looks like 80s footballer Ian Rush. Bashar al-Assad walking. He's not really a dictator though, this one, is he? I thought he was just the president. The others were all dictators. Right, let's have you. For those of you that don't think it's happening in the United Arab Emirates, look at the naval officer, full mince, arms are hanging akimbo to the body, from Flamingo with diamond lock, stepping over invisible dog poo, full mince on the shake. It's happening everywhere. Broken leg. This is how they control the whole world and all the natural people in it. We said it earlier on with Ollie and Reese and the boys. You are the most wonderfully created computer in the world. And they send you to school to program you to believe lies. And you're programmed wrong. That's all it is. This information helps rewire your brain into the right sockets so that you can think for yourself. You know that if I put you on a roundabout and I spin you, you're going to get dizzy. If I put you in a car and drive around the roundabout really fast, we're going to get dizzy. But yet when I stand on the earth, I'm not dizzy. That means the earth cannot be spinning, because if it was spinning, I'd be dizzy. It's that simple. Always the simple answer. Occam's razor. Al-Bashir, full mint on the red carpet with someone doing the old flamingo foot. Al-Bashir. Is that Al-Bashir? No, but it's a mincer, whoever it is. From Flamingo. Full mince here on this woman. Another full mince there. The shake's a woman. It's all of them. Look. Full mince. Al-Bashir. I've got a diamond in the soldier's legs, look. I've got a full mince on that soldier. I've got a full mince on this soldier. And then in this one, look. Full mince from female dog poo. Full mince. Full mince. Full mince ski whiff. Full mince. With diamond. Full mince. All of them are women. It's an absolute farce. A clown show. Once you can see the clowns. Remember, they're clowning you. At the minute, you're the clown. Until you open your eyes and see this for yourself and you realise that God exists. He created you for this moment in time. The past is gone. The future hasn't happened. There is only now. You're living in the present. There is only now. If you keep putting your head in the sand, your life is just going to pass you by. I'm telling you, as a 50-year-old guy, a real natural guy, that your life is just going to pass you by. And before you know it, you're going to be knocking on God's heavenly gates. I want you to do it with your head held high, with your chin up, with a smile on your face, saying, he tried to fool me, Father, but he didn't. Satan didn't fool me. He told me the world was round and that water bends. He told me that I'm descended from monkeys. He told me that he had nuclear bombs and that dinosaurs used to walk the earth. Satan is the father of all lies. But God is the Father of all. The almighty, all-powerful magistrate that is God. And he loves you. He loves you to bits. If he didn't, he wouldn't allow you this life. He wouldn't allow you to commit crimes, sins. He wouldn't allow you to do these wrongdoings unless he had faith in you, that you would, when you got the message, you would change the way you act, the way you think. The spirit that dwells within you was granted to you by God the day of your conception. As you started to grow, he placed that spirit in there ready to go. You was born into a world screaming, naked, and you're going to leave the same way. You're going to have nothing. None of your belongings, none of your clothes, none of your trinkets. Which is why the Bible says, store your riches in heaven. Meaning, live a good life. Treat people correctly. Bashir, absolute woman, but he's not a dictator. So look, Arabs, look at that mincing Arab there. You cannot tell me it's not happening in the United Arab Emirates, look. They're all in the club. Don't we have to wait for the final judgment before maybe going to heaven? I don't know how it works, Trini. I've thought about it myself. But where's God going to keep you in the meantime? In stasis? I don't know how it works, but I know that one day, when he's had enough, when his patience goes, and I'm telling you, he's getting there. That's why the earth's having birthing pains right now, isn't it? It'll all be over in a blink of an eye. And God's just going to go back right through time. Every one of you dirty child molesters is going to come back and he's going to snuff you out before you even touch those children. Every one of you big pharmaceuticals that have created Down syndrome babies and multiple sclerosis and spinal bifida. He's going to mash you up for messing with his design. You took the most innocent lives, human babies, and you used them as hamsters in a bid to blend male and females together. I know that's what it is. I really do. All this comes from them trying to make males into females. They're trying to do it in what you could only consider a natural manner, but it's unnatural. God made it just like a plug and a socket. The male is the plug, the female is the socket. He made them with laws encased around them, the bones, the DNA, the genetics that he created. He made up physical boundaries that you can't breach, and when you do try breaching them, you mess up the baby. That's the way I see it. From all my research in biology and the body, they've spent hundreds, if not thousands of years working out ways to disable us, to handicap us, to mentally retard us, which they've done perfectly. Most people think they're descended from monkeys. Most people think they live on a ball. Most people believe in outer space. They've done it. They managed it. And why? Why would they do all this to us? Why would they hate babies and do this to us? They do it in the name of Satan. It's not God's work. None of this is God's work. It's all Satan's. When Ricky Gervais says, why does God give AIDS to babies? Firstly, Ricky, there's no such thing as AIDS, you lying fat bitch. Come and debate me. I dare you, Ricky, on anything. Evolution, on God, on flat earth. I'll run rings round your fat little face. And I promise I won't mention that you're a woman. I won't even mention this subject. I'll just run rings round you on every other subject that I've studied. But they won't. They won't even mention this subject. That's why. They do not even want to mention this subject. Pol Pot, Ho Chi Minh. Either one. Follow the Ho Chi Minh Trail. Ho Chi Minh. Have I got a Ho Chi Minh? I don't know if I've got a Ho Chi Minh. Ho Chi Minh. That one there. That's the one I wanted. Ho Chi Minh. Images. It's an egghead straight away. Female skull, rounded eye sockets, a big open forehead look, 5 head, high set ears, the cheekbones are in the wrong place, a sloping narrow jawline of a woman. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a woman look. They can't grow a beard. None of them can. Very rare I see a proper beard growing on these FTMs. What's an FTM? Female to male. MTF, male to female. Double flip flop. MTFTM. FTMTF. It's confusing, I know, but that's the way the devil wants this world. I'll take that as your 50-50. Ho Chi Minh. Hang on, let me just check the back file. I didn't put it in the back file. Derp. It's because I reset my computer today. Where are we? Open new window. Search Ho Chi Minh. Paste. No, that's wrong. That's the stream. Dang it! Don't search the stream. Where are we? I need that name again. Ho Chi Minh. All. Actually, I can do it from there, you div. Copy. Too late. Forward one. Let's come back to this. Let me just post that in the back. I don't think I've done Ho Chi Minh. Let's have a look. Searching. Whilst it searches, we'll go after Ho Chi Minh. Forward a picture. When you're done. Why is that not searching Ho Chi Minh? Have I just sent that backwards? Div. Paste. Search Ho Chi Minh. Away it goes. Right, now we'll look at Ho Chi Minh images. He reminds me of Mr. Miyagi off the Karate Kid, and it's just the skull. That's all it is. Female skull. I'm looking at a Asian female. Where's she from? Vietnam. Ho Chi Minh. Ho Chi Minh walking. Uh-oh. Ho Chi Minh. Why is it not showing me Ho Chi Minh? It's a place. Oh my gosh. Right, Ho Chi Minh. Take me back again. Oh. Ho Chi Minh. Take away walking. Search again. Ho Chi Minh. No. Ho Chi Minh. That's the one I want. Images. And it's still showing me bloody Ho Chi Minh. And if I put street and oh my, why isn't there a picture of Ho Chi Minh coming up here? Oh, well, not like that, but like separate, so it knows I'm looking for him. What is he? President. Search. That's better. Right, see if we can get his gates. There's a nice one. Oh yeah, that's definitely in line. Knee and foot kicking outwards. Oh, is that another one? No, he's standing. That's a nice one, but his legs are cut off. Look at the hip twist on that. Is that one there? It is, but it's no good to me. Go back. It's a shame that's not got his legs in. Ho Chi Minh. Stepping over a dog poo. There's a nice one. Right there. But I'll tell you what, just look at the trousers on this one. I was just about to leave. Look at the trousers on that one. Explain to me why a man would wear a pair of trousers like that. They look like two wind socks. You know the wind socks you see at an airport? Shows you which way the wind's blowing. That looks like a pair of sewed together wind socks. Ho Chi Minh, full mince, right there. Look at those tiny little female feet. Mincing again. Stuck. We're stuck in flip-flop land until you all wake up, snap out of it, and start living your life the way God wants you to instead of these flip-flops. I'm telling you now, turn off the television. That's no good to me. Oh, that's a... No, it's not. Wrong angle. Oh, that was a nice chance of a gate though. Where was it? Damn it, I've lost the picture. Oh no, there it is. Chances. There's Mao. There. Give me a long shot of that. As if doing a long shot. Look at that mince on Mao. And this one. They're both mincing. That's the one I want. Ho Chi Minh. That was no good to me either. I've only got a couple of gates. It'll do though. Oh, is that you there? Please let that be you right there in the white. Oh, I think it is. Look at that mega mince. That is beautiful right there. Female, final answer. The soldier look. Full mince. Look at the size of those legs. Again with the massive trousers. And nobody notices. Right, Ho Chi Minh, that'll do. I don't think I need any more. I've got 3 gates, 3 nice gates. Save images and we'll leave. Let's go back. Stop lagging, mate. Why is it lagging? It hasn't lagged for ages. Save image. Follow the Ho Chi Minh. Those trousers! Bruce Lee's Skull of High Wasters. Short body, long legs. Explain that to me. Why has this man got such a short body? And you'll know instantly once you study forensics. I got the power. Is that better one? Oh, that is. No, it's female Bigfoot again. That's a nice one there, though, with a curled up leg. Look how the leg curls upwards. Save image. Let's go back. Let's go back. Well, there was a man that more or less knew and an old lady, but son already told her about God. He seems to have known a lot. Some people do. I'm jealous of how evolution isn't taught in the Middle East, and they all know that there's a God. You know, many more people in the Middle East know, and in the East know God exists than in the West. God is so self-evident when you look into this. When you look into God. I'll take that as your face, Ho Chi Minh. Right, done. Next. Saeed Barry. I've never heard of him. Saeed Barry. Saeed Barry. Oh, I might have already... Yeah, I have already done this one. I do know what it is. Egghead. Final answer. Close set. Look at the rounded eye sockets. Buck teeth. Long top lip. He's got shitlatash. Small eye set ears. Long shaped face. I've had to say this a few times now.
And welcome to Callum's Corner. Now, I've had to say this a few times now, but this is the final
time I'm going to tell you.
Shut up about my head.
It is normal.
It is a nice head. It does
not look like a sodding
Tic
Tic Tac. No, but it does, Callum. And so does this little fella here. This little lady. Right, let's go straight to Walkham. Because that's an egghead. Tic Tac. Enter. There, game over. It's a woman, final answer, one foot in front of the other. Same with the military. She is literally doing tiptoes through the tulips. Look at the state of them feet. That foot there is looking over here, look, and this foot here is going straight forward. That is what you call full mincing. There's another one there. Full mincing. Is that Gaddafi? Gaddafi in full mince? Oh no. He is with Gaddafi there now. This is what pisses me off. They're all living in poverty. They're starving, look. There's no meat on them, look. They've got nothing to eat. And it's because of fat bitches like this. It really grinds me gears when I see natural people suffering. It really does. These fuckers are eating prawns and caviar, flying jet set around the world. God's got a special place for you lot. He really has. Get the image. Right there. Why is this child full mincing? Right there. Why is that child full mincing? They tell lies about everything, folks. Even like Band-Aid, all the starving children just get loads of money out of everyone, and they didn't give it to the starving children. They're still starving children. The church alone overnight could close down homelessness, starvation, sickness. It could, with all the money the church has got, it could stop it all overnight. But no. All the rich flip-flops want you to keep donating to them because that's what God wants. He wants your hard-earned cash. He don't want your love and your devotion. He don't want you to say thank you for the life he gave you and all the things he's done for you, the foods he created, the tastes and flavours and smells and herbs and senses that he gave you. He don't want you to say thank you for any of that. He just wants your gold and your silver. Does that sound familiar to you? We're done. It's a woman all day long. She's a bitch. I'll take those 4 gates. I don't know if they're the same people. Now I'm looking at them. Could be. Oh, when he's older. Yeah, of course. Let's go back again. I quite like that as an egghead. I'll take that one with a shitlatash. Eye set ears, close set eyes. Beautiful mouth. She's got absolutely beautiful mouth. African girls are so pretty. Right, let's come back. We're done. It's an absolute egghead. You see it? Widest in the hairline. Dial M for Masons. Close set eyes. Beautiful mouth. Large top lip. Small mouth. High set ears. Absolutely no jawbone. It's a woman. Final answer. What time is it? 9:30. That'll do. We'll put the dictators up and then we'll start. We'll do some proper celebrities now. Just cut these out. Dictators. Done. Right. Bink. Yeah, why not? Right. Let's have someone famous. Have we done Ben Stiller? Did I do Ben Stiller? I don't think I've done Ben. I've done the other one, Adam Sandler. I don't think I've done Ben Stiller. Let's do Ben Stiller as the opener. Instantaneous. Look at the giant 5-head. That's where we're starting. You can show a movie on that 5-head. High set ears, close set eyes, pink lips, look. The sloping jawline and pointed chin of a woman. And then we've got the fake Adam's raisin implant, look, that forgets to move. Ben Stiller, biologically female. That's his mum there, right? That's his mum there. Let's go back one. Ben, did I not do Ben Stiller? This is reminding me, or have I looked at? Have I already done this one? I don't know if I've already done this one. Right, knackers, we'll do it quickly. Ben Stiller is a biological woman. How do I know? Because she's got a long face, shaped like a tic-tac. Flat forehead, close set eyes, high set ears, pink lips, sloping jawline, pointed chin. Gates, Ben Stiller, walking. Bingo, straight away. She's got a diamond, he hasn't. There's another one there, full mints. With the arm and the shoulder tilted over, arm akimbo, shoulder tilt. The two of them with diamonds, look. Owen Wilson, Son of Man Code. Ben Stiller with diamonds. Women walk with the knees apart, men walk with the knees together. Women walk with the knees apart, men walk with the knees together. Straight legs, bent legs, broken legs. I swear down we've done Ben Stiller already. I have. I know I have because I've seen this picture. We just did it the other day. I have. I've done it. Right, I don't need this one. Sorry, my bad. Let's start again. Claudia Cardinal, don't know it. Isabella Rossellini, don't know it. Betty Midler's one, though. We'll have that one. I don't want anybody that I haven't heard of. I just want names. We can get to the Claudia Cardinals and the Isabella Rossellini's later. I want the big names first. Bette Midler is not on the list. Well, let's do Bette Midler. It's a man. Final answer. Look, I could put a spicy meatball in there. Square jaw, big teeth, deep set rectangular eyes. That's a blockhead. Bette Midler. He was a good singer though, wasn't he, lad? David Icke, that's a request. Look at the woman. Look at the wife. Tell me, which one of them's got close? Who's got the smaller face first? Look, this face is pushed down. Look at the five head. The face is pushed down. This one is spread open. Major problem. Major problem. Female skull, male skull. Bette Midler. There he is as a young boy. He looks like Barbara Dickinson there. Dixon, doesn't he? The one we looked at the other day. Look at these two fellas. Oh, it's Bette Midler. I don't know who that is, but it's just dudes, look. Let's go back one. Oh my gosh, did you see that thing there? Oh my word. Hello, wildlife and fisheries. It's got a bowling ball for an head. Bette Midler. Final answer. It's a bloke. Sarah Jessica Horseface. Look at that hooter. Look at that schnoz. They're both from that same country, aren't they? Deep set eyes. Both of them got male heads, look. Hocus pocus. They put a spell on you, and that's exactly what they did, look. Three blokes pretending to be women. No, just like in real life. Tell me. Which one of these has got big open eyes far apart? Right there, look. Donald Trump. Rounded, close set eyes. No brow bone. Is that Bette Midler's son? It's got to be. Look at the size of that schnoz. Like father, like son. They come from that country I'm not allowed to mention. Where they meddle in everything. Right. Bette Midler. It's a dude. It's a big old scary dude, look. Look at them cheekbones. Square. Look at that chin. Size of that chin. It's as big as mine, look. Where's my pick? Come here. Look how square my chin is there. Look how big that is. Because I've got a wide dental arch and a big mouth. Look how wide that is. Brow bone over the eye. It's literally poking out at the corner. Look, can you see it? That brow bone. Deep set eye socket. Bette Midler walking. Search then. Why is it not searching? Don't wind me up. There we go. Walking. There we go. Bette Midler. Final answer. It's a man. Game over. Straight legs. Size of them feet. Straight legs. Knees together. Space between his feet. Stair fail. Is it a stair fail? Oh, it's just after. Look at the wife, full mint. Then look at Bette Midler, straight legs, knees together, space between his feet. Oh, Marlow, you stink, dog. Phew, and again, Bette Midler, straight legs, knees together. Is that AI? Oh, that's AI. Why is AI giving them straight legs? Oh, because it's copying what it's actually got in real life. Bette Midler, is he still on Twitter? Let's find out. Bette Midler, BetteMidler, Midler, and he's still up. Still got Bette Midler up. There's the gates I missed. That one, and that one. I didn't see any of them three. I got that one though. There you go. Look, male skull check versus a female skull check. Bette Midler is a dude, and I don't need to repost him either, but I do need to cut him out. So let's get rid of that. Open up a new window. Who's next? Who's got me highlighted? There. Bette Midler. David Icke, wasn't it? Let's do David Icke. Why not? David Icke. That's a good choice. I was into David Icke. When I found Flat Earth, I was watching a David Icke video. I got bored of it. He started talking about reptiles, and I thought, oh, you're full of shite. Even at that point, I couldn't believe in it. David Icke. Oh, let me cut Bette Midler out. Right there, Bette Midler. A BM, Tetris Father. Bette Midler. There you go. Create. Right, David Icke. David Icke was, for me, it was quite eye-opening when I realised that I didn't realise David Icke who he was until someone showed me the clip of him claiming to be Jesus on the Wogan show. I remember watching it, and my dad was going, "Look at this nutter saying he's Jesus." And my dad wasn't no help either. He didn't believe in Jesus, so there is no Jesus and all the rest of it. But I claimed to be Jesus in 80s television. David Icke, Wogan. You can go look it up. If you've never seen it, this is it. This was, bearing in mind, this was the 80s, 91 lot, just after the 80s, 1991. And Icke's on national television, England. Absolute national television, and he's spilling beans. And Wogan's mocking her. And they both know Icke's telling the truth about most of what he's talking about. Apart from the reptilians, I don't do that bollocks. But he was telling the truth about all sorts. Another one that wouldn't accept that the earth was flat, I think. Icke, flat earth denier. But that's the way they play it. They give you so many of the truths and then lie about other truths. But go watch this show, Wogan episode, 11:49. It's quite an interesting listen. That's Icke back in the day. So David Icke, he was a footballer originally, and that's what give it away. Because Amanda, who gave me a love bite, Amanda, married a footballer, and it was marrying a footballer that led me to Amanda being a man. I didn't realise Amanda was a man until I started my quest, and I remembered she married a footballer. And then, because I was saying to myself over and over, it's all of them, I wonder if Jack's a woman. Well, Jack is a woman. Amanda is a man. So this is him in his football days, look. There, David Icke, footballer. You cannot, your children, who's a goalkeeper. Oh yeah, green top. I see it, Clarice. That's why he's got the green top on, innit? Your children can never become the goalkeeper for Arsenal, Coventry, even Grimsby Town, your own town. They're not happening. You have to be in the club. You have to be secretly sex changed. And David Icke was a goalkeeper, apparently. There you go, look. Get the image. Look at the female face. Male digit ratio, I agree, but this can be photoshopped, and it's not uncommon that you're giving a woman boosts of testosterone every day or so, that parts of the body may become masculinized. Apparently, they can't cry very often. They have trouble crying. It blocks the tear ducts on women. So Bevy told me. I don't know how many of them can't cry, but there you go. David Icke. I don't think there's many pictures of him walking. I'll bring up walking. But I really did like David Icke's stuff. There you go. Game over. Full mints. David Icke. Arm akimbo. Shoulder tilted. It's a woman. Final answer. There's another one if it's him. David Icke. No, but whoever it is has got a nasty ass flamingo foot going on there. Let's go back. You only have to look at the wives. Whenever you're having trouble with a celebrity, look at the spouse. So David Icke, wife, and watch it jump off the wall at you. There's the first wife with the big blockhead look. He's got a sloping jawline and she's got a solid diesel look. Your next wife, oh, look at the arm on that. Right there. The big old man. Look at the length of that muscle. That's a strong dude. Where's the blonde one? This one. Is this the new one? The one with the big hands? That one. Far apart. Bigger eyes, look. Who's got the bigger eyes? Even though she's taller, look, the face is smaller. The head's bigger, but the face is smaller than this one. David Icke. Let's check Twitter. Make sure that David Icke is still up there. David Icke. I've done Gareth as well. I've done the other one. I've done the daughter as well. No, David Icke's not there by the look of it. As if it's not even showing me Shawnee's. Usually I see Shawnee's. What was that? Germans created a breakaway civilization. Draco Reptilians own Earth. Oh, here we go. Draco and then these videos of these bald FTMs. Look at his eyes. His eyes have got slits in them. Oh, he's blinking funny. Show me high definition. Show me like Men in Black. On Men in Black. When that. Show me on like in Men in Black where his eyes blink sideways or whatever. His eyes turn. But show me in high definition. Show me high definition Bigfoot. Show me high definition UFOs. You can't. Everybody's got 10 megapixel cameras in the phones. But yet nobody records aliens, Bigfoots, abominable snowmans. Nothing. Not even a UFO. It makes me laugh, it really does. Oh, there's something from Shawnee. Reptilians, yeah, there you go. PSYOP, absolute PSYOP, I agree. Lizard had sex with Barbara Bush, gives birth to reptilian son. It's nonsense. Absolute nonsense. You're living in La La Land. David Icke's missing. Let's go to my back file. Ho Chi Minh. Paste David Icke. No. Icke. Icky will find it. Icky. Whilst it's searching, we will come after the next one. Let's close David Icke. Is there any pictures that I want to show you about David Icke first? No, I can't think of anything that's giggly. Right. Let's get rid of that. Open up a new window. Simon and Garfunkel, yeah, they're famous. Simon and Garfunkel. Is it it's not? And Garfunkel. There you go. David Icke back file. Twitter. Tweet. There we go. David Icke. There he is. No, that's Gareth Icke. Where's David Icke? It's taking its time. We'll put Gareth up with him. There you go. There's Gareth Icke. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 full minces plus that one, 7. 7 full minces on Gareth Ike. Do you know what? I'll just put that up separate actually. Gareth Ike. If David's missing, and so is that one. Gareth Ike. Post. Back file. There's David. No, that's Gareth as well. You're winding me up. How have I spelled David Ike wrong? David Ike. That should find it. Come find it. David Dobrik. David Coverdale. Ito Lennon. A B C D E F G H I G H I G G G. There we go. H H H. Hogg. Howell. Leon. It's no I. Where's David Ike? I know I've done it. I should have 2 of them actually. David Gray. Wow, there's a lot of Davids. David Schwimmer, David Warner, David Mitchell, David McCallum, David Nino Rodriguez, Suchet, McCallum, Letterman. Oh wow, there's so many. David I. I put David I in there. It's not showing me it. David McCallum, David Lynch. David Ike, there it is. Oh, you bitch. Where's that gone? Oh, it moved it. Grab it. Grab it. There we go. David Ike. Got it. Right. Sorry about that. It took the computer ages to find him. David Ike. Right there. 3 female gates. I think Sean's got about 20. Just to be sure. David Ike. There you go. There's your request. Uh-oh. What is that star? David Ike. Redo. Repost. Just for you. Right. Let me cut out David Ike. And we're good to go. David Ike. David Ike. Create. Right. That's that one done. Let's come back. Simon and Garfunkel. Images. Paul Simon and Art Garfunkel. What a pair these two are. I love their songs. I did. Art Garfunkel is so easy. Look at that 5 head. I mean, Paul Simon's no better, but that's a belter. That's a prize winner, that one. Closer Eyes. It looks like Paul Newman. Can anyone else see Paul Newman there? I'm seeing Paulie Shaw here. It's that beautiful bottom lip. They've both got these beautiful lips, look. Kissable lips. Soft, closer eyes. The short, sloping shoulder of a woman, look. Again, with the closer eyes. Simon and Garfunkel are women. I've covered both anyway. Let's do Paul Simon first. 2 first names. Paul Simon. There she is. Close set, rounded eyes, look, arched eyebrow, small ears, small mouth, deep philtrum, long top lip, look, there's the husband with the fat. Oh, is that Carrie Fisher? It is Carrie Fisher. Oh, were they together? They got married? Really? Did they really? That didn't last very long, did it, Carrie? Right, Princess Leia from Star Wars, for those of you that don't know. Simon walking. If you be my bodyguard, I can be your long lost pal. It looks like Mel Brooks. It's pretty simple to see that you're looking at a small female, arm akimbo. Funny walk there. There's the 2 of them from Flamingo. There they are again. Full mints on Garfunkel. Paul Simon, inline footfall. Another one from Female Bigfoot from Flamingo. Full mints, game over. And the big man, look at the skeletal difference. Which one's got the bigger skeleton first? Then look at the legs, look at the crossed over bits. You have answers. Paul Simon is a woman. Let's add the next one. Art Garfunkel. Is Paul Simon still up? Let's have a look. Paul Simon on Twitter. Paul Simon. Is he there? Or have you taken mine down? Ghosted it. They don't take them down, they just ghost them. So you can't find them. Oh, there's something. That's not mine, though. It's ripping me off, isn't it? Yeah. Alright, let's go back to the top. Back file. Search Paul Simon. Once it searches Paul Simon, we'll go back to Art Garfunkel. What a name. It's a woman, final answer. He reminds me of a race car driver. I can't remember his name. He also reminds me of Harpo Marx. It's the haircut. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a woman. Is that him now? That's not Art Garfunkel now, is it really? Oh, male pattern baldness kicked in. Well, I say it kicked in. It was already kicking in. Look at that 5 head. Close set eyes, small mouth, deep philtrum look, high set ears, no trachea, no Adam's apple. That's not his son, is it? It's his daughter. Like mother, like daughter. They're both going bald, look. They both got ginger hair. Art Garfunkel. Absolutely. Biologically a woman. That's the husband with a long neck. Look at the size of his head. Heed. Move your heed. Oh my gosh. Do you know what? He's starting to look like someone I know. Maybe I got it wrong. Maybe you are a woman. Maybe I got your transvestigation wrong, and maybe you are a woman. That'd be nice if you are. Oh my gosh, that looked like Clint Eastwood on the phone. He's doing the same pose. Let's go back. Paul Simon, back file. 1 second. Tweet. Paul Simon, there he is. We've got a couple of them. Oh, we've got 3 of them. Right, we'll do them all. Paul Simon, he doesn't need doing again. I've got 3 of them. Look. Paul Simon, 2 first names. Paul Simon. Oh, that's not right. Get rid of that N, Peter. There we go. Post. Tweet. Sorry. Tweet. Right, back to Art Garfunkel. Oh, actually, I'm going to put Art Garfunkel in the back file because it's probably not there, right? I'm going to search in a second. Art G should find it. There you go. Whilst that searches Art Garfunkel, we will go to Art Garfunkel's Gates. We've already seen 2 of them, right? With Paul Simon. Art Garfunkel and Paul Simon mincing. Art Garfunkel mincing. That's a beautiful Art Garfunkel mince right there. Game over. Any more? There's another one here from Female Bigfoot. Look at the husband with a big... Look at the Adam's apple on that husband there. Is that another one? He's got a big head, hasn't he? That fella in the yellow dress. Let's go back one. Is that another one? Oh, it's from Flamingo. Female Bigfoot. Look at the size of them trousers. Long leg, short body look. Same here. From Diamond. Art Garfunkel is also a woman. What are you saying, back file? Let's have a look. Art G. I've got 2 Art Garfunkels as well. People making me repeat memes. I always check now. Make sure you're not doubling me up, tripling me up. Art Garfunkel. Art Garfunkel. What a name, Garfunkel. Right, we're done. Let's get rid of that. Let's cut out Paul Simon and Art Garfunkel. Simon and Garfunkel. There you go. Simon and Garfunkel. Next. Leilani Daldin. Yeah, we can do that one. It's all over Leilani. Used to be a page 3 model. Forgive me, Father, because I've jacked off to this one. Oh my gosh. He's all over English news at the minute. Did I do David Icke? Did I cut David Icke out? 1 second, I've just got to check. David Icke, yes we did. Right, let's come back. Simon and Garfunkel is uploading. Let's have you, Leilani Dowding. It's a famous English person who's all over the news at the minute. And there he is in his page 3 days, fooling everyone. That looks like rib removal, doesn't it? Look at that scar there. That looks like he's had a rib removed. That's the extremities that these men go to. They remove their ribs to try and pass off as a female rib cage. This picture here should do it. The neck alone. It's a male jaw that's been feminized. What do I mean by that? They shave it down as much as they can. They're going to take a few mil off it. But then they take the chin, they chop it off, they split it down the middle, take the middle section out and put the two pieces back together and then stick the chin back on to make the chin smaller. But you still got these wide rectangular eyes, these high wide cheekbones, a brow bone shining back at you there, look, and a short forehead. This one used to be on page 3 and I'm ashamed to say, yep, I've jacked off to him. Forgive me, Father, I thought it was a woman. Back then I didn't know the difference. Why is he pointing with one finger, eh? Why is he doing that? And you're like, no, that's a woman piece. No, that's definitely not a woman. It definitely is not a woman. He's got horse teeth anyway. Look at the size of them gnashes. How do we prove this? Well, we go straight to walking. And it's game over. Leilani Dowding. Done. Let's start with that one. Game over. Straight legs, knees together, space between the feet. It's a man. His arms are hanging straight. Look. One from the rear. Straight legs, space between the feet. No break of the knee. Look. No diamond in there. Leilani Dowding. Straight legs again. The girlfriend seems to be walking in line though. Look. Knees together versus knees apart. Look. There's another one there. Straight legs, knees together, space between the feet. Look at the broad shoulders. Look at the long arm. Look at the lumpy knuckles and joints. Even when he's roller skating, look, straight legs, knees together. Game over. Leilani Dowding is a man. Leilani Dowding. Search. I've added a left right there. Leilani Dowding. Nothing. Alright, let's go back. Oh, what was that? I saw the devil. No, it's J.K. Rowling. Let's go back. Leilani Dowding. My back file. Dowding. Dowding should find it. D-O-W-D-I-N-G. There we go. Leilani Dowding. It is Dowding, isn't it? Or Dowling. I can't remember. Have a look. Dowding, yeah, Dowding. Right, we've done that one. Let me cut it out. So, you can be fooled, gentlemen. If you still think that's a woman, after I've shown you the gates, there's a problem. That was fast. 311. Leilani Dowding. Uh-oh. I don't want to bookmark it now. Cancel that. Leilani Dowding. There we go. Leilani Dowding. Create. What's my back file saying? There he is. Yep. We'll go back to Twitter. 1 second. There. Tweet. And there you go. Leilani Dowding. With Gates. Leilani Dowding. Another dude that had all the lads at my age jacking off to him thinking it was a girl. Sam Fox, you name it. We're done. Thanks for playing CSI with me. Let's come back. Leilani Dowding can be shut down. Open up that. Jimmy Carr, comedian. Yeah, that's a request. Jimmy Carr. She's got a filthy mouth on her. And she's really nasty about children, this one. Proper nasty. Soft eyes, high set ears, the pink lips, the deep philtrum, lacking a jawbone, Adam's raisin implant. You need a younger picture because she's had a lot of work done. Is that her when she was younger? Look at Jimmy Carr, that's a woman. All day long, that's a woman. Look at them beautiful pink lips. Hair transplant, Botox, skin tightening, fillers, laser treatment, new teeth. All to disguise what she really is from you. Jimmy Carr walking. Twitter, search. Jimmy Carr. Are you there, Jimmy? Or have you been ghosted? No, you've been ghosted. Alright, I'll come back to that. 1 second. Let's get Jimmy's gates. There's your first full mince. With a shoulder tilt. Full mince. What's that one? Yep. See, to a newbie, you'd be like, no, Jimmy's got straight legs. Look how wide his hips are. Look how short his arms are. That one's a woman there, look. You can see it. There, Jimmy Carr. Look at the hips. Look at the trousers. Look at the shoulder tilt. Look at the woman. Do you know who she looks like there? She looks like Mulvaney. Dylan Mulvaney. I'm seeing Dylan Mulvaney right there. Again, arms akimbo. There's a full mince. Good night, Jimmy Carr. Look at the hips. Look at the Y shape in the legs. Dink. Then game over. You don't get to go to the Queen's Castle on a wedding. You don't get to go to a royal wedding unless you're in the club. I don't care what you say. You don't get to go to the royal wedding unless you've got an M, a letter M in your hairline. And you're pretending to be a man. Who gave birth to those children? Jimmy did. Jimmy's got childbearing hips. Jimmy gave birth to those children. And one more. Jimmy Carr, full mince. Thanks for playing CSI. What's the back file saying? I didn't search. You did. Jimmy Carr. Search. What's that search is Jimmy Carr. We'll scratch that one. Open up a new one. Bridget Bardot. That'll do nicely. Bridget Bardot. It's a bit old, but very famous. Most beautiful model in a day. It's always the most beautiful model in a day, isn't it? When you see them like this, what they tell you about them. Jimmy Carr. 3 minutes. Jimmy Carr. JC code. Jesus Christ. Who? Jesus. Where are we? Let's come back. Bridget Bardot. Back file. Jimmy Carr. Tweet. Open up the file. Give me it. There it is. Jimmy Carr. Oh, that's a bit old. That is an old one. It doesn't even have a tile on it. Let's have a look. Oh, that is old. Jimmy Carr could do with an update. Jimmy Carr. Alright, let's come back to class. And we're going after Bridget Bardot. Bridget Bardot. Let's spell it properly. There he is now. That's what he looks like now. Deep set eyes. In the heyday, that's what he looked like then. Images. We've got a picture of his Willie, haven't we? I showed it the other day. I thought it was Claudia Schiffer, but it wasn't. It was Bridget Bardot's Willie that we saw. Boys with boobs on YouTubes. Even back then, look at the square jaw. Look at the far apart eyes. Look at the double pronged Adam's apple. Look at that Adam's apple there, look. You can see it, right? If Bridget Bardot's a man, then so is Marilyn Monroe, Jane Mansfield. All these sex stars that they've produced for you were inverted. And then they take pictures of themselves like this. And men all over the world lust after their own gender without knowing. See, that's the part that Jesus spoke about on the cross. Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. For if I had known that Leilani Dowding was a man, I wouldn't have jacked off to the dude, would I? We're looking at Bridget Bardot, and Bridget Bardot has got a massive head. Didn't he marry Peter Sellers? Or was he dating Peter Sellers at one time? Oh my gosh, look at those teeth. Look at that Adam's apple. Literally look at that Adam's apple. Ignore the bikini. Look, they're not childbearing hips. That's a dude. It's a dude with small boobs. The Princess Leia looking dude's got an Adam's apple as well, look. Bridget Bardot. Let me just check my back file. Bardot. B-A-R-D-O-T. Bardot. Search. Away it goes. What's it? Search is Bridget. Do you know who he reminds me of? I'm seeing one of them supermodels. Is it Cindy Crawford, maybe? I don't know. I'm seeing one of them. Is that him there? Big shoulders there, mate. And there you go. Bridget Bardot. Straight legs. Knees together. Space between the feet. That looks like a little lady there, though. How come Bridget's so big and that man's so small? Same again here. She's so much bigger than him. Straight legs. Knees together. Look at the size of that foot. Hello. Wildlife and fisheries. Elle Macpherson. Yeah, it might have been Elle Macpherson. What are the chances you're doing 666? Look at this. Look at the length of this chin. Women have these tiny little chins that go straight into the neck. What was Bob Dylan doing there? She didn't date. Did she date Bob Dylan? Did she really? Summertime. Rectangle shape, far apart eyes with brow bone, short sloping forehead, widest below the eyes, big mouth, square jaw, feminized chin. It's a man walking. Search. Whilst it searches Bridget, we're just going to go over to Twitter and double check. Oh, no, don't. No, there you go. Bridget Bardot. Is he still on Twitter? Let's have a look. No, he's not. He's been ghosted again. That's alright. I'm just going to repost it. Bridget Bardot, there he is. Oh, we've got how it started, how it went, how it's going. How it started, how it went, and how it's going. Bridget Bardot. There you go. Oh. Let's get one of those E's out there. Put another T in there. We're done. There you go. Bridget Bardot fails forensics. Let's have another one. Let's get rid of that. Oh, actually, I'll show you some gates. Tell me, what's wrong with them trousers there? Full mint, Bridget Bardot, straight leg. There's another one. Straight leg, marching man. This one looks like he's marching as well, doesn't he?
And the little boy in the background seems to be mincing. There you go. Bridget Bardot, straight legs, needs to have a space between his feet. Final answer, Bridget Bardot is a man. It's game over, man. It's game over. Bridget Bardot, thanks for playing CSI. Next. Oh, I better cut Bridget out. 1 second. Bridget Bardot. There we go. Oh, what was on there? Oh, what's Bridget? Bridget Bardot. Next. Open up there. Who's next on that list? Let's have a look. Do 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 do. Ricky Gervais, that's a good request. Let's have that one. Ricky Gervais, because I can't stand the fat bitch. I used to like Ricky, really liked Ricky Gervais, I really did. And then another one that hates God and Jesus. Well, actually, there is a comment by Ricky Gervais where it says, I don't do religions, but of all the religions, I like Christianity because of your forgiveness. And that's kind of an honest response from it, because God expects you to forgive. To be treated the same way by God, you have to forgive. If you can't forgive, then God's not going to forgive you. And I think she was telling the truth there a little bit, you know, about out of all the religions, he likes Christianity because of the forgiveness and the kindness. Widest in the hairline, rounded eye sockets look, close set eyes, small mouth, high set ears, rounded jawbone, no neck look, sloping shoulders. Ricky Gervais young. He looks like David Bowie. He was a pop star, wasn't he? He was going to be a pop. Look at this. This is Ricky Gervais. Look at the lesbian. Can you see the lesbian looking back at you? Especially in that shot. Absolutely, innit? Soft eyes, small ears. He looks like John Cusack. Is it John Cusack? Yeah, John Cusack. Look how deep that philtrum is there. Look at how deep the philtrum is. Women get this really strong. Men's not so strong. But women get it. It really arches the lip. It gives you that little cherry blossom, Betty Boop kissable lips that you have. You know? We're so used to looking at men, we're so used to looking at women with wide mouths and without this deep philtrum that we don't find this beautiful when we see it. This deep philtrum, the small mouth with the Cupid's bow. The real one, I mean. Again, he looks like David Bowie, look. Put the Ziggy Star stripe down his face. I gotta admit, for some reason, is that Ricky Gervais? In the bath? He looks like a baby seal. Coming out of an hole. He looks like a baby seal. Right, let's go back. Ricky Gervais. Who was that? Was that his other sidekick, the singer? What is that? Oh, sweet baby Jesus. I don't know. He was born in a crossfire hurricane by the look of it. Right. Ricky Gervais. It's a lesbian look. It is definitely a lesbian. Without a shadow of a doubt, that is a lesbian with a neckerchief. When's the last time you wore a neckerchief, Punch?
Never!
Let's come back. Never. Ricky Gervais walking. Let's put you to rest, Ricky. Oh, where's the Jesus pose? Ricky Gervais topless. There it is. Now, I've told you that they take the piss, literally take the piss out of you. And there she is showing you that she used to be a woman. She had breasts. That smile right there, that demonic smile, that woman is duping delight. Literally duping delight that you can't recognise a woman's body. Look how short this muscle is here. A Popeye muscle, look. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. It's a woman, final answer. A woman spreads from just underneath the elbow, look, and she continues to spread all the way down below the crotch. And there she is again, look. The woman literally taking the piss. Look at the size of those hips. This area here. That's a womb. That's not a man's six pack or a bit of belly. That's a woman's muffin top right there. This is one of the biggest atheists that there is. And any chance these dirty rats get, any chance, they'll put them on the cover of a magazine mocking Jesus. Remember, he's the only one they mock. Remember this, they don't mock Muhammad, they don't mock Krishna, they don't mock Buddha, they just mock Christ. Why? You have to ask yourself why. Why Jesus? Why the movies open up with the name Jesus Christ when something happens? Why, when something happens to you, you see a car crash or you see something horrific, all these non-believers, all of these atheists, so-called atheists, the first words to come out of their mouth when they're shocked by something is either Jesus or Jesus Christ. I hear it all the time. All the time. His name's not Jesus. Oh, I don't care what you want to call him. I know what he is to me. Right? His translation into English is Jesus. Jesus Christ. Jesus of Nazareth is his translation. If his name is Yahushua, when I meet him, he's going to say, don't call me Jesus, Peter. Call me Yahushua. And I will. But until that day, until I meet Jesus, I'm going to call him Jesus. Till I meet God, I'm going to call him God. If God says to me, don't call me that. Call me Yahweh. It's more likely that God's going to say to me, call me Father. And Jesus is going to say, call me brother. That's what's more likely going to be the case. Just call it a gut instinct inside of me. The child, female, bearing hips, again. The close set eyes of a woman. Is that Ricky Gervais there? It is. She got wonky nipples. Look at the muffin top. The soft eyes. The deranged look in her face. Look at the small dentures. Again, my friend who looks like the Terminator has got that smile. And it's really annoying me. Right, anyway. Ricky Gervais. If you can't see it and you can't accept it, then you're going to have to study a bit more until all of this kicks in. I see it in an instant. I see damaged nipple. I see damaged pecs. Look, I see where a doctor. This is what triggered me on Bruce Lee. I was looking at Bruce Lee, and I could literally see where a doctor had cut him open with a scalpel through the fake muscle, the faux pas muscle. Funny, Ricky Gervais licks his own armpit. That's not Ricky. Is that Ricky Gervais? That's not Ricky Gervais. That's not Ricky Gervais. Right, Ricky Gervais. Let's get him some walking pictures. We're done then. Walking. Whilst it searches walking, let me just go to Twitter and see if Ricky Gervais is still on Twitter. Ricky Gervais. And no. Been ghosted. Yeah, it's been ghosted. Let's go back to the top. Let me set my back file and I'll show you the gates. Gervais should find it. Gervais. Oh, there you go. Search. Once that searches back file, I will show you the gates for Ricky Gervais. There's lots of them. Heaps of them, look. Full mint, arm akimbo. With the husband right here. This is his husband, the blonde one. Straight legs. Ski whiff on this one. Look, the broken leg is there. Look how straight that one is compared to that one. Foot and knee looking out towards 4 o'clock. Ricky Gervais, full mince, arm akimbo. See it? Another one there with the husband. Full mince, arms akimbo, arms hanging straight down, legs straighter than matchsticks. Another one here. Look at the ski whiff legs. Look at the hip twisted, the shoulder tilted, the arms akimbo, and the ski whiff feet. There's a nice one of these two mincing somewhere. Where is it? If it comes up, maybe not. There's a nice one here as well somewhere, where he comes down them steps. Look at the woman's body, the posture. Look at a small hand, no knuckles. Look, no meatballs. There, game over. Men don't walk like this, and I'm not cherry picking them, they're just there. If you filmed me all day, every day, you would not find pictures like this. You wouldn't. And from the rear, right there, full mince. Straight-legged husband on the left, full mince on the right. Don't know who this bitch is here, but she's mincing. Look at the size of them pants. You do see it, right? With some people, forgiving them is permission. Yeah, we're not talking about the main stories. We're talking about people in your own life. To forgive them, the ones that trespass against you. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from all evil. Full mince from the rear, Ricky Gervais. End of. One more right there, arms akimbo, one foot in front of the other. If you can't see it, I can't help you. I really can't. I'm the quickest teacher of this in the world. I've taught thousands of people to do it. Ben was trained within 5 minutes earlier on in the park. Literally 5 minutes he was trained. And instantaneously he was at a 90% pass rate with every picture I showed him. He got one or two wrong here and there. Stephen Merchant, 6'7" woman. Huge Amazonian woman. Arms that can barely wipe her own bum, look. Same with Gervais, look. Arms that can barely wipe her own bum. We're done. Ricky Gervais is a woman. Did I search that back file? I did. Where is it? Hang on. Tweet. And then Gervais. And there it is. Ricky Gervais. Reapplied. Ricky Gervais. And we're done. Just like that. Thanks for playing CSI with me. Oh, did that put Ricky Gervais up? I don't know if that put Ricky Gervais. I can't change it, can I? That's so annoying. You have to get a blue tick to. I put Ricky. Dang it. Never mind. You have to get a blue tick to write bigger messages and post more pictures. I'm quite happy posting 4. You can post up to 4. And I can usually fit what I want to say into the small graphic anyway. Oh my gosh, people on mobile phones not paying attention. Yeah, saved it. Oh. What made me laugh earlier on? There was something AI that made me laugh. I cannot think what it was. I don't even know if it'll still be in my timeline. It did half make me laugh. Right, knackers. Let's go back home. Thank you. My page. Ricky Gervais. Did I post that? I did. Let's shut that one down. Open up a new window and let's have another name. Let's have a look. Streisand, yeah, I've done Streisand. Jimmy Offer. Jimmy Offer. There's hardly any pictures of the damn thing. Vivian Lee, again, just a little bit too old. I want really famous people from nowadays that we all know. They're the ones that are going to get people's attentions, not Vivian Lee. Not that no one's going to notice. Jimmy Carr, we did that one. There was some names. Can't see any. Chevy Chase, yeah, Chevy Chase. We can do Chevy Chase. That's a famous person. Chevy Chase, CC 33 father. 2 first names as well. Chevy Chase, right there. Right. Oh, I didn't cut out Ricky Gervais. 1 second. I've just got to cut out Ricky Gervais. Ricky Gervais. Images. Right. Let's have you, Chevy. Images. Chevy Chase. There she is, young Chevy. Look at those pink lips. Look at that Cupid's bow. Look at the deep philtrum and how long that top lip is. The soft, close-set eyes, no brow bone, vertical. Is that Fletch? That looks like Fletch there. The sloping jawline, pointed chin, and an Adam's raisin implant that's looking the wrong direction, look. I used to like Chevy, yeah. I liked a lot of his movies. Caddyshack. Caddyshack's got to be one of the funniest films ever. Well, I thought so when I was a child. Still funny now to me, though. The only thing is, I know they're all flip-flops and it doesn't entertain me the same way. None of these films do. Are you going to bed, Annabelle? Good night, sweetheart. None of these films I enjoy anymore. What have I been watching to fall asleep to? Oh, yeah. I've been watching a fishing program, a fishing show with Bob Mortar and Paul Whitehouse. And before, I really enjoyed it. And now, when I sit and listen to them talking about cancer and all these other things, I just think you pair of lying bitches. You're just brainwashing people into poisoning themselves, is what you're doing. Chevy Chase, it's a woman. Look how small that triangle is. A flat 5 head, high set ears. He looks like Chubby Brown a bit there. Fat Chubby Brown. George Bush, I'm seeing George Bush right there. It's a small face, look. The fake Adam's raisin implant, look, off to one side. Chevy Chase, young. Well, we've seen her there, look. It's a girl's face for sure, look. Beautiful pink lips. I'm seeing a bit of Jerry Seinfeld there. And here. Small dentures, close set eyes, heart-shaped bottom of the face, like the triangle shape at the bottom, creating that heart shape here. See it? Who's that? She's got a long face and a big schnoz. Size that hooter! Is that really a woman's nose? Surely that's a fake nose. Who's that? John Belushi? That is not John Belushi. That's that chat show host. I can't remember his name. National Lampoons, that was quite good. I had to stop you. The dog, you left your dog tied to the bumper. Right, Chevy Chase, it's a woman. Final answer. That was a beautiful picture of her just then. Where was it? There. Look at the soft eyes. Look at the high set ears in line with the nose, look. The deep philtrum. There's 2 lines that come out the nostril. It's a philtrum. To the Cupid's bow. To the beautiful lips. Adam's raisin implant. Off to one side, look. We've already done Jeffrey Epstein. Pay close attention in class. Weinstein, Epstein. We did them all. Chevy Chase, Gates. I don't know if I've got a Chevy Chase. You've got me questioning myself here. I must have. There's no way Chevy survived me. Walking. I've turned the caps locks on. There we go. Chevy Chase, full mints right there. Hang on. Let me get everything going in the right rhythm again. What's wrong with that? Home. Why can't I search? What's that? Get lost. There we go. Who was I going to do? Chevy Chase. Chevy Chase. Nope. She's missing. Right, let me search my back file for it then. Chase would find it, right? Chevy, I'll find it. Chevy, away you go. Whilst it searches Chevy, we'll go after Chevy's gates. There's one from Flamingo. Is that Stairfail? Ghostbusters? I do believe it is. Bill Murray and Chevy Chase. He's got broken legs there. It's not a good one. Side view, full mince, inline footfall lot. Husband with a big neck. Chevy Chase is a tall girl. Look at the size of those hips. Chevy Chase is a tall woman, isn't she? I didn't realise she was that tall. What is that? Chevy Chase. She got boobies. Chevy's got boobies. Even when she was young, look. Lovely thighs. Look at them chicken nom-noms. Right, let's go back. Da 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 da. Da da da. Is that you, Chevy? Oh, it is. Look at that inline footfall. The Invisible Man. The Invisible Man's left a perfect female gait. Look at that. Oh, we're taking that. That's a beautiful picture. The Invisible Woman left a female gait. Look at those inline footfall. That is just outstanding. It really is. I'll take that one as well. Oh, what a piece of photographic evidence that is. Save image. I love forensics. I truly do. What are the chances of me finding that? Who chose this? Was it Luke? That was a nice choice. So, Chevy Chase. I mean, that right there, that's game over, right? Look at the footprint she left. Absolutely, it's a woman. Chevy Chase, back file. Yes, we have got Chevy Chase. And we apply them both. Chevy Chase. Tweet. There. Chevy Chase. There you go, guys. Chevy Chase. Post. We'll come back. I couldn't find his gates apart from that one, I think. Oh, there's one there on Caddyshack. Look at that mince. Oh, all the way in. Watch those legs from start to finish. Knee in, knee in. Watch the knees. Always watch the knees. Rule number one, watch the knees. Beautiful. Nosy Parker should have done that one. Right. Chevy Chase, you've seen the gates. We're done. Next. Olsen twins. Go on then, they're famous enough. Oh, let them in. Look at them dudes. Chevy Chase. Did I cut that one out? 1 second. Did I cut it out? 1 second. I can't remember what I've done, what I haven't done. Videos. Reset. Show me. Chevy Chase. Chevy Chase? Ricky Gervais. No Chevy Chase. Right, let me cut Chevy out. 8 minutes. Chevy Chase. There we go. Done. Next. Olsen twins. Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen. Olsen. All vowels are interchangeable, so Olsen. Son of man code. Olsen. Son of man code. It's a pair of dudes. Absolute men. They just had to say in every way. They just became manlier and manlier every day. Dr. Seuss. Wide ass cheekbones, large, low set ears. Look how low those ears are. Massive mouths, square jaws, 1,000 yak. Look how short the sloping foreheads are. When they was younger, nobody noticed. But as they've grown and aged, much harder to tell, right? Because the faces aren't filled out and stuff yet. You can still tell. see a lot of pictures of families and children where natural ones where the girls have got smaller faces than the boys. But right there, most people couldn't even. They haven't even got the brain cells to put this together. You know what's happening to them and what's been done to these people. It is unholy to take a child and do this to them without their consent, and then bring them up and then tell them that they're demigods and they're going to be rich and they're going to be that, but you've got to work for Satan. I don't know how many of them do it out of their own free will. I'm sure a lot of them do. But you cannot get that. I just can't see the whole lot of them going for it. You know? If you know deep down that God and Christ are real and that the devil's real and the devil's done this to you and he's doing it to the whole world, and that weighs heavily on your conscience, then you are a child of God. You know, if any of these people are truly sorry and found Christ, God's going to forgive them. If they're truly sorry. Like, when I found out that the earth was flat, I was instantly sorry for not recognizing him, for not seeing him sooner. I was hysterical about it. I wanted to scream and shout, but I didn't. All I did was sob and weep and cry. Because it's the power of God. It really is. P-O-G, the power of God. All glory goes to him. And this is disgusting. It's a vile act against children. Mary Kate, well, we'll call him, what's her name? We'll call him Malcolm and Andrew here. They got forced hormones and drugs to do this to them. And now when they're older, those two do not look happy, do they? In any of these pictures, do any of them look happy? They truly don't look happy, these two. They smiled when they were younger, look. But when they were older, they can't even raise a smile. Not one of them. He's happy. He's trying to be. And that one still ain't happy, look. Is that the other sister? Is that another brother? Is it really? There's a third Olsen. Well, I never. Elizabeth Olsen. Another one. 3 brothers. He didn't hit the limelight by the look of it though, right? Because I don't know that person. Like, seriously. Neither of them look happy about it, do they? Lads, if Satan did this thing and you didn't want it, well, you know how to get back, don't you? God left you a lifeline. Use it. Size of them feet. Is that both of them? Straight legs, knees together. Hello, wildlife and fisheries. You've got twin yetis. Twin Sasquatch. It's a pair of dudes. Final answer. Can't really see. It's all too dark there. Let's put walking in there and finish them off. You don't even need me to skull check that, do you? Surely. Just obvious men. No shadows of doubt. Right, the Olsens walking. Game over. Straight legs, knees together. Straight legs, knees together. A little bit crossed over, but finishing school, that's all it is. Straight legs, knees together. Straight legs, giant feet again. Straight legs, knees together. Straight legs, knees together. Jared, I love your work, but that's a shite picture, mate. Usually you get them bang on like that. Yeah, Houston, we have a problem. There's a diamond and big hips there, sloping shoulder tilt lot, straight across shoulders, parallel hips, straight legs, knees together. The Olsens. There you go. A pair of dudes. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. We're done. The Olsen twins. Next, let me cut them out. The Olsens. I never watched that show. I was too old. And Race didn't watch it either, so I don't know it. Olsen twins. There you go. Create. Lovely. Next. Benedict Cumberbatch. No, that's a request. You're lucky I saw it though, because you haven't highlighted my name. I think you're talking to other people. Right, Benedict Cumberbatch. BC, 33 father. Obviously a woman. Long face, small mouth, high set ears, close set eyes, and a flat 5 head. So obvious in that picture there, look. If it'll open it. There you go. Woman, look. FTM. Look at those pink lips. Look at that bottom lip. We're looking at Benedict. Oh my gosh. If that's not an egghead, then I don't know what is. Why the long face? FTM walked into a bar and the bartender said, why the long face? Dial M for Masons because she's widest in the hairline. Tiny, high set ears. I think she's had cheek implants there just to push them out a bit. It's still not as wide as this bit though, look. And then you got the narrow face. You've got the deep philtrum, the long top lip, the cupid's bow on the top lip, look at that arch. Then the pink bottom lip, small chin. No trachea, no Adam's apple. Easy to see, right? FTM, female to male in disguise. The female of the species is more deadly than the male. So to say. Benedict Cumberbatch, obviously a girl. Let me just slap that into Twitter and see if she's there. Benedict Cumberbatch. Oh, what a name that is. And we're missing Benedict. Right. We'll come back to you. 1 second. Let me bang Benedict in my back file. Benedict. Search. Once it searches, we'll go after her Gates. Walking. She is a very strange looking one. And we're done right there. Game over. Tell me, why is Benedict Cumberbatch, the 6 foot tall male, walking not only with his arms akimbo, the shoulder tilted, the hip twisted, but in full mint? It looks like a woman coming home from shopping at Asda's, look. It's exactly what I see. Benedict Cumberbatch, absolute woman, proven by the way she walks. From Flamingo. From Flamingo again. Full mint with diamond. Full mint ski with legs. Full mint ski with... That's not him. That's Johnny, what's his name? Johnny Miller. Look at that dude there. Look at his apple. Look at his neck. Look at the square flat. It's Lucy Lee. Is that Lucy Lee? It is Lucy Lee. He's a tough... That's the real Bruce Lee right there. That is the real Bruce Lee right there. No kidding. Done. Jared, I love your work. Benedict Cumberbatch in full mint. Look how quick it is to transvestigate these famous stars. And I can do it over and over and over. Look. Straight legs. Knees together. Space between his feet. Not straight legs. Diamond showing. Feet 1 foot in front of the other. And again, look. The arm hanging akimbo to the straight arm hanging down. That's a real nice marker that I've noticed, isn't it, that? The male arm straight down, look, the woman's hanging away from the body. And the final one, there you go. As the Doctor, Doctor Who or whatever, we're done. It's simple to see. Benedict Cumberbatch is a girl. Let's open up the next one. Let me post Cumberbatch back into Twitter, seeing as she's been ghosted. And there he is. Benedict Cumberbatch. Benedict Cumberbatch. There we go. Post, tweet, sorry. And then let's edit out Benedict from this video. Benedict Cumberbatch, 4 minutes. What? Benedict Cumberbatch. Done. Create. All right, done. Next. Name. Marvin Hagler. He's not one of the biggest boxers. I don't think Hagler's got any gates. I've already done it. Marvin. You're lucky I saw that as well. Hagler. It's because I saw the G2G. Marvin Hagler. Why is it not coming up? Oh, there it is. Oh, no. It's Hagler. Marvelous Marvin. Images. Let me punch the back file whilst I do this. Hagler. Should find him. Hagler. Searching. Right, what's his search? Is Marvin. She was a great boxer, I gotta admit. She was. Marvellous Marvin Hagler. My dad loved her. Me and my dad grew up boxing mad. And my dad loved Hagler. He liked the Bomber Graham as well. He liked Errol Bomber Graham. Thomas Hearns. She was a tough bitch as well, wasn't she, Hearns? The close set eyes, the small mouth, the high set ears, the egg-shaped head on both of them. Is that his wife? His husband? Let's have a look at the husband. He's got a neck on him. Right? Ignore the fake titties. They're not even... Look at that cleavage. It don't even look proper. It looks like that one's been in a car crash. The neck, the ears, the eyes. Marvin Hagler's a woman. I don't think there's any gates for Hagler, as I remember walking. He's not famous enough. I shouldn't really be doing this one yet. Oh, there's a nice inline footfall while she's running now. I got the broken leg while shadow boxing. There's a nice one, but it's not show. Oh, look at the woman running. Marvin Hagler. Yeah, there's no gates. Oh, I'm not even going to make this one into a video, I don't think. Hagler, what's my back file saying? Oh, we've got him. There's only 2 gates. Is Hagler on tweet? Let's have a look. Marvin Hagler. Marvin Oops. Yeah, he's not there. Let's reapply my Marvin Hagler. Images there. Marvin Hagler. Marvin Hagler. There you go. Tweet. Let's come back. Let's get rid of that. I'm not making it into a video. There's not enough information there. David Gandy. I've never heard of him. David Gandy. Don't know. It's not even famous. I've never heard of him. David Gandy. Back file. If he's famous, I'll have already done him. Gandy. Woman, final answer. Wonky titties. That's a pair of breasts, lot. Adonis belt doesn't sit right. He's got the sloping shoulders of a woman. He's got no clavicles. He's got V-shaped clavicles. What's there anyway? Yeah, I've already done this person. I believe I've already done it. Gandy back file. Searching for him. I'm sure someone asked me to do it. Close set eyes, high set ears, flat forehead, widest in the hairline, sloping jawline, pointed chin, fake Adam's apple, trachea. Walking. Fail. From Flamingo with diamond, full mint, right there, game over. Any questions? That's how quick it is to investigate. When you're trained correctly, the bendy legs of a woman with diamond, full mints, foot and knee kicking outwards. And again, full mints. One more. No, that's not good. I like that one if that's him. It is full mints with diamond. Look at the straight-legged boyfriend with the huge jawline and chin and the Scottish pine tree of a neck. And their final answer, David Gandy, is a woman. Backfire, what are you saying? It's come up. I've already done it. David Gandy, it's on the list. It's been done. I'm not going to make that into a video. Next, I want famous people. Vinnie Jones. Now that's someone famous. Vinnie Jones. Vinnie Jones. Jones. Vinnie Jones. Egghead. We'll be back with you in a minute second. Vinnie Jones. And you're missing. See, this picture gets me. I know that both of these are women. I know that Paul Gascoigne's a woman. Look at the chicken nom nom. And I know that Vinnie Jones is a woman. So what is Vinnie grabbing here if he ain't got a cock and balls? And why is Gaza reacting like that if he ain't got cock and balls? So it's all fake, right? Just to make you believe that the men that Vinnie grabbed him by the balls. He ain't got any balls to grab. It just subliminally tells you that these are men again. It's bollocks. Absolute bollocks. They make it all up. Vinnie Jones. He's not showing on my back file. Hang on. Tweet. David Gandy. Will we apply you there? We'll put you on Twitter, but we're not going to make a video. Right. Vinnie, you can stay. Let's have you. Vinnie Jones. Let me put Vinnie in the back file as well. V-I-N-N-I-E. Vinnie should find him. Away we go. Vinnie Jones. It's a woman. Final answer. All footballers are women, as hard as that is for you to accept. You're late to the party. You see, I've been teaching people this for 3 years. I've been studying it for 6. You should have heard about this by now. It's more important than mud floods. It's more important than fake space. It's more important than flat earth. Why is it? Because it shows you who's doing it. All my conspiracy theory life, my fact finding life, that 12 years, I was hunting the how they did it, the why they did it, the when they did it. I never asked the question, who did it? Well, I had an answer, the Illuminati. But I couldn't tell you who the Illuminati were until now. Now I can show you them just by looking at the skeletons. I can show you Masons, Illuminations. I can show you all these secret organisations just by looking at their skeletons. She's got titties. Look at the size of those hips. She can't walk straight. Let's do your face first, Vinnie. She's got a pointed chin look, sloping jawline, beautiful eyelashes, flat forehead, dial M for Mason's look, widest in the hairline, high set ears, and there she is as a young lady. Look at the beautiful eyes on Vinnie Jones. My mum called them Jesus eyes because she was in love with Robert Powell, who played Jesus of Nazareth in the original 70s film. He had those beautiful female blue eyes. So when Jesus was on film, he had these blue piercing, well, not piercing, but I don't know how to, they strike you. Beautiful blue female eyes. When men have blue eyes, they don't have beautiful eyes, they have hard, steely gazes. I used to think this was an hard man, and now I can just see soft eyes. He plays the part, right, of a tough man. But it's actually a woman in disguise. Vinnie Jones, failing forensics. I don't even know if his husband died of cancer like he says he did. I've got no idea. They make all this stuff up to make you believe in cancer. Game over. Vinnie Jones is a woman, look. Instantaneous. There's another one here, look. Ow! Bless me. Look at the size of her hips. Look at the inline footfall. Game over. Vinnie Jones is a woman. Look at the state of that. There's one where she's playing golf and she's twisted. Let's see if I can find it. Vinnie Jones, golf. Look at the state of the arms and the legs. If it comes up. Golf. I know what I'm looking for. There. Look. Who broke your legs, Vinnie? Who broke your legs? When was the last time you stood like that, Poncho? Never! Never! Because my hips don't do that. My hips are narrow and straight. They don't bow like that. But there you go. Look at the state of those feet. Talk about kipper-footed. But there you go. It's funny how my mind recoils these pictures. Vinnie Jones, inline footfall. 3 minces. Just need one more, Vinnie. And you're for the chip chop. And there it is. You can't deny it. Look at the hips on her. The shoulders tilted to the left. The hips are twisted to the right. And she's in full mint. The most powerful the gift that God has given you is the ability to think for yourself. I'm giving you the tools to rewire your brain. But you've got to pull the plugs out and put them back in yourself. You've got to admit you've been fooled. Once you admit you've been fooled and you can be fooled, this clown show stops. It literally stops. Every day I go out and I speak to people. I make it me duty to do so. It's been quiet recently, I got to admit. And I don't know if it's just my timing. Usually I let God wake me up whenever it is, and then I go out and I go looking for someone. But just recently, every time I woke up, I just haven't found the right person to talk to. I did today with Ben, but I was called over to come and repeat the book on him because Jared and Ollie and Reese had already seen it. But Reese said to me, I'm starting to see it. I'm starting to figure it out. I said, good. You need to. Because you can't carry on believing these lies that they've told you, that you descended from a monkey, that the world's spinning and water bends and they're all travelling in space. Once you can do these skeletons, you can go to any astronaut and just tear space apart just from looking at the skeletons. And when you really think hard, like I taught you earlier on about mediums and how you push the air from boats push water, rockets push the air. What does a rocket push when it gets to space? How does it stop itself? If you're telling me that it's already doing speed, it doesn't need any power in space. All right, it's traveling at 17,000 miles an hour. How does it stop? Do you know what the best part of this is, right? The SR-71 Blackbird, has a top speed of 2,700 miles an hour, right? Is it Mach 3? Mach 3. 740, 21, 2,300 miles an hour this will do. 2,300 miles an hour, 2,300 miles an hour. But, even with its streamlined design, yeah? With its streamlined design, look how beautiful it is. A beautiful plane, I'll give you that. It is a beautiful plane. Absolutely gorgeous plane. That thing starts to melt. The fuel drips out of its wings when it's refueling. Okay? It'll do 2,300 miles an hour, but it starts to melt. The chassis, the engines, everything heats up. Why? Because air friction is brushing against it. Even with this sleek design, that plane still heats up and can only fly for so long. Tell me, if this plane can only do 2,300 miles an hour, then how the hell a SpaceX or the space shuttle for that matter, how are these things leaving at 17,000 miles an hour? Because that's the speed they've given me. These things leave Earth. It takes 17,000 miles an hour to leave the gravity of Earth. Yeah, bullshit. Right? How is that? If the Blackbird melts at 2,300 and it's made of black Kevlar, how the fuck is that not melting when it's made out of aluminium? Because that's what they're made of, aluminium. It's doing 17. You want me to believe that's doing 1,700 miles an hour and not melting? The front of it would look like the back of it. The tip of the nose would look like the back of it if it could do 17,000 miles an hour, because it'd be on fire. Everybody in the cockpit would be burnt to death, NASA. You lying bastards. Excuse me language. Right. We're looking at Vinnie Jones, and Vinnie Jones is a great big mincing puff. You heard me, Vinnie, if you ever watch me. I know you do. MK Ultra sex kitten programming clothes lot. You look gorgeous, Vinny. You really do. Vinnie Jones is a girl. Is he in the back file up here? Vinnie Jones. No, he's not. Tweet. He's definitely in the back file, all right? Vinnie Jones. Oh, look at that mince, Vinny. Vinny and Gaza. Yeah, where's Vinnie Jones? Oh, there you are. Vinnie Jones. Actually, we'll put that mince in first. Look at the state of this mince. Look at that. As we tiptoe through the tulips. Vinnie Jones, failing forensics. Vinnie Jones. And we're done. Let's cut out Vinny. And just like that, your favourite footballer, tough, hard man footballer, fails forensics and is yet another flip-flop in disguise. Vinnie Jones, lovely. What time is it? It's 3 hours. I've been going 3 hours. That'll do. I'll be back tomorrow, guys. It's been lovely having you all. Just remember, God does exist, and he wants you to know that you were born into an inside out, upside down, back to front, tipsy, topsy, turvy world. Good night, school checkers. Forensic students from around the world, sweet dreams. We'll see you tomorrow, Thursday Night Live. Good night, Luke. We'll see you tomorrow. Sweet dreams, bye. And blessings, bye. Goodbye, Michelle.